All right, there we go. Everything's set up, looking good. Audio levels looking all right. That's what we like to see. Let's see. Let's see if we can't get some music going here. Gotcha. We'll get back to it. Wonder actually. No. All right. I was going to add background music, but then I ran out of time, and I couldn't figure out how to get it set up. So we'll do that next time. For now, we're going to get started. Right before we get into the game, we are going to make our custom cocktail for this one, the Dunkahilo. Now, the base spec for this is 2 ounces of Liqueur 43 and 2 ounces of Dunkin' Cold Brew. So the Carajillo, which is Houston's representative, would be 2 ounces of espresso. And Liqueur 43. So that's the sort of, and then obviously Dunkin' for New England right there. I really like this base spec of just equal parts Liqueur 43 and Dunkin' Cold Brew. But it feels a little plain, and so it feels like it's something that could really benefit from having something a bit more interesting done with it. So this first one that I'm going to make, I'm going to do a little experiment. I'm going to do a split base. So instead of doing the full 2 ounces of Liqueur 43, I'm instead going to do an ounce of Gosling's Black Rum, and I just realized I forgot my measuring device. All right, so like I said, before I interrupted myself, 1 ounce into our shaker of Gosling's Black Rum. So the hope here is that by sort of bringing in some of these molasses notes from the dark rum, that we're going to kind of bring down the overall sweetness of the drink, make it a little bit drier, but then also hopefully get some sort of new fun flavors introduced as well. So then 1 ounce of our Liqueur 43. Bit of a heavy pour there, but I don't mind. Robert Kraft looking cold as hell during the national anthem. And then, of course, 2 ounces of our Dunkin' Cold Brew, which I desperately need because I am EP. All right. Then I'm going to shake that up. Didn't like the way that sat. Come on, there you go. Then we're going to strain that into a rocks glass over a large cube of ice. You can see by shaking up that coffee, we get a lot of sort of crema, a lot of foam basically. That is the oils of the coffee emulsifying temporarily. Not a stable emulsion, so you can see it'll fade quite quickly, but very pretty. Certainly adds a lot to this drink. Set those down over there. All right. And now we strap in for this divisional round matchup between the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. Let's give this drink a try. Okay. It is certainly less sweet with that split base. You can definitely feel that. I don't know if it's better, though. It might not actually... I don't think I really like this drink better than the original one. Again, it's accomplishing the goal of creating an overall drier drink. It certainly brought the sweetness level down somewhat, but it hasn't really added much interesting to it to sort of make up for that. All right, here we go. Gillette Stadium. It is a cold, snowy day in Foxborough for this divisional round matchup. Texans are 0-6 all-time in the divisional round. The team has not made it further. Nico Collins being out with a concussion, that's obviously going to slow down this offense. But that defense, Texans defense is what's going to win them this game if they do win it. On the Patriots side of the ball, it's less clear. They've got a really good offense. Probably I think the Patriots offense has kind of quietly been one of the best in the league. Obviously because they've got a weaker schedule, people weren't really talking about their offense the way that we, talk about offenses like Seattle's or even LA's. But really, they've been putting together hyper-efficient drives. Drake May's been taking great care of the ball, so we'll see if that offense can get anything going against this really good Houston defense. All right, kick is away, and we are off. Kaimi Fairbairn kicking that one right back into the end zone, and it is going to be a touchback, so Patriots will get the ball at the 35-yard line to start off this drive. Drake May looked pretty good last week in his first start against the Chargers. See if he can keep that playoff momentum going here against the Texans. All right, first snap of the game, Drake May under center. Takes it, hands it off to Stevenson, who is going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no further. Going to be a gain of 0 on the first play of the game for the Patriots. That'll bring up second down. Got 2 rookies on this Patriots offensive line. Will Campbell, of course, 3rd overall draft pick there at left tackle. Then also their left guard as well is also a rookie. All right, 2nd and 10, May in shotgun with Stevenson to his left. Josh McDaniels on the sideline there. Great OC, terrible head coach. May takes the snap, looks, fires, right side, incomplete, intended for Hunter Henry. I think you can see the cold. Like, the offense just looks a little out of sorts right now. Players seem to be getting off sort of, out of rhythm. Great defensive play there. Is that Toto, I think? Toto? Need to look up the pronunciation of that. Great play from the Houston linebacker. So that brings up 3rd and 10 now. May in shotgun again. This time Stevenson's to his right. Texans mugging the line of scrimmage. May throws a quick screen to Diggs, who's going to fight forward and pick up about 5 yards before being brought down. Sorry, yeah, that was Diggs. That'll bring up 4th down. It's going to be a 3 and out for the Patriots to start this game. So Texans defense making its presence felt early on in this one. Fellow Spartan Bryce Behringer back to punt. Sends this one away. It's a good, clean punt. That takes a friendly bounce for the Patriots. That's going to be caught by Noel, who's going to return it out to about the 27-yard line. Looked like he was just going to let that one bounce, but decided to scoop it up and try to return it. So Texans get pretty decent field position on their first drive. Stroud had 5 fumbles in that game against the Steelers last week. That was... Imagine fumbling the ball 5 times and still winning the game. God, that was a rough watch. All right, so Texans offense coming onto the field for the first time now. Stroud under center, back in the backfield. Stroud takes a snap, fakes the handoff, looking, throws right side, and that's going to be behind the receiver, incomplete, intended for Xavier Hutchinson. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 with 13:32 left to go in this first quarter. Both of these offenses looking real slowed down by the cold. Just wide open throw there. Just kind of sailed it a little bit behind him. Guess he thought he was going to stop his momentum or something, but going to bring up 2nd and 10. Stroud in shotgun, back lined up to his left. Sends a man in motion. Stroud takes a snap, hands it off. It's going to go up the middle for about 3 yards. It's going to be Woody Marks on the carry there. That is going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Texans. 13:20. Never mind. I was gonna do a little time sync, but then they showed the Texans offense. So never mind. Stroud in shotgun, takes a snap, pressure coming, throws over the middle, and that is dropped by Christian Kirk. Had him wide open, hit him in the hands. Caden Ellis was flying in to make a tackle, but he just dropped it. It just bounced right out of his arms. Look at it doesn't get much easier than that. Caden Ellis almost picked that. He almost scooped that one up off the deck, which would have given the Patriots the ball in incredible field position. But the Texans go for it, 3 and out, just like the Patriots went 3 and out. And it is certainly looking to be a defensive battle in this game. Texans punt is away. Marcus Jones back to return, fields it at the 15, returned out to the 20, to the 25, 30, and is wrapped up and brought down just at about the 35-yard line. So just over 2 minutes have passed in this game, and we are basically right back to where we started. Patriots with the ball at right around the 35-yard line. But I have a feeling that is going to bring up our first commercial break, mayhaps? Drake, mayhaps? Yes, that is going to bring up our first commercial break. So we're going to settle in for a little bit while we look at, I don't know, is this the new Illumination movie? Oh no, this is a new Pixar movie. It's a new Pixar movie that looks like every Illumination movie. Well, the defensive battle is well underway so far. Patriots went 3 and out, Texans went 3 and out. It's cold up in Foxborough, it's snowy, and no one can really get the ball moving. We are sipping on our Dunkahilo right here, a cross between the Carajillo, which is actually originally a Spanish drink. So the original Spanish drink uses espresso and is served hot, but there's countless variants on the Carajillo. And the one that has become really sort of popular in Houston, understandably because it's Houston and it's hot as hell there, is the iced variant of the Carajillo. So that's what we're drinking on right now. And then, of course, instead of using espresso like the traditional drink would use, we're using Dunkin' cold brew because, New England Dunkin'. Nice little combo right there. Very much enjoy some cold brew right now to wake me up. I'm sure the players would much prefer something warm considering how cold it is there, but... Whoa. See, let me pull some numbers real quick while we wait to return from commercial, because I am curious what the Patriots offense has actually been doing this year, where they actually sit numbers-wise. Yeah, so the Patriots offense has been the most efficient offense so far this year by EPA per play. They're averaging 0.13 EPA per play, which is crazy. It's a full 0.01 ahead of the Rams, who are in second place. As we return from commercial now, Drake May under center, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, dumps off a little screen to Stevenson, who's going to get some blocking and is going to pick up around 7 yards. That is the biggest gain of biggest gain of the game so far. Just a mere 9 yards. They're going to spot him 9 yards. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 1 now for the Patriots. Introducing that Texans defense right now. Terrifying defense between the pass rush, the linebackers, the secondary. There's really no weak spot in that defense. They can sort of cover you at all, make your life miserable at all levels of the field. 2nd and 1, May in shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to Stevenson, who's trying the right side and is going to get downfield, takes it out to about the 40, maybe 35 even. And that is going to be a Patriots first down. Biggest gain of the game so far. Looks like the Texans defense just kind of got sucked in on the edge there. Let's see, yeah. Good blocking by the tight ends out on the right side. Sucked the Texans defense in. And then Stevenson able to make that cut, get to the edge, get downfield for a big first down, putting the Patriots maybe within field goal range, but in this weather, it's pretty hard to tell. Anyways, 1st and 10 from the 37, May under center, tosses it to Henderson, who is going to be met by a horde of Texans defenders. That is going to be a loss of 2, maybe even 3 on that play, and that is going to bring up 2nd down. 11, 27, 26, 25, 24 left to go in this first quarter. Yeah, it's great job by the Texans there, getting penetration, crashing the box, meeting Henderson in the backfield before he could really get going. Jalen Petrie on the tackle. All right, 2nd and 12. They're going to call it a loss of 2 yards there. May in shotgun, takes the snap, dumps it off to Henderson for a screen, but he's met instantly. Texans defender got around the block. That's To'o, who just absolutely blew that screen up, went nowhere. That is going to bring up 3rd and 14. And the Patriots on the 40-yard line now. This would be a long, tough field goal if they're forced to go for it from here. We'll see what McDaniels has drawn up on this 3rd and very long. May in shotgun, Stevenson to his left. May takes the snap, looking, throws over the middle, and that is going to be caught by Diggs, who is going to be about a yard short of the first down marker. That's going to bring up 4th and 1 and a decision for the Patriots. 10:09, 08, 07, 06, 10:05 left to go in this first quarter. Patriots look like they're going for it on 4th and 1. Analytics say go for it. McDaniels has the play call in. Let's see, this is a big 4th down early in this game. May in shotgun, Stevenson to his right. Sends a man in motion. May takes the snap. Texans bring pressure. May throws over the middle. Caught Touchdown! Is that Kyle Williams with the touchdown? Just wide open, outran the secondary. That is Pop Douglas on the touchdown. Number 3, Demario Pop Douglas on the touchdown. Just caught that ball over the middle of the field, ran it in basically untouched. And just like that, the Patriots are now up 6-0 on the Texans with an early touchdown. Defense was looking real scary that first drive, but Patriots managed to find the weak spots and do just enough to get that ball into the end zone. Extra point is up, and it is good. And so just like that, the Patriots are up 7-0 to start this game off. This offense is traded 3 and outs, but then just over 5 minutes into the game, Patriots put points on the board first. And so now it will be up to the Texans offense to see if they can respond. We're on commercial break right now, and you're not missing anything, except a goofy little Dr. Pepper ad. Yeah, so Patriots offense, most efficient this season in terms of EPA per play. A lot of that is due to their passing game. The run game has actually not been great for the Patriots. If we look at EPA per rush, they're all the way down at 20th. But their EPA per pass is insane. Nearly 0.3 EPA per pass. Ooh, sorry. I mean, you compare that to like the Packers, who are at 0.23. So Patriots are at 0.29. Packers 0.23. Rams 0.22. Hell, the Seahawks are all the way down at 0.11. Patriots have over double the EPA per pass than the Seattle Seahawks do. And we've been talking constantly about how, good Seattle's offense is this year. But then, of course, the Texans, so Patriots' most efficient offense this year, Texans' most efficient defense, negative 0.13 EPA per play. And the Texans defense, they do good against the run. They're a solid run defense, but their strength really is in guarding the pass. So this is strength on strength matchup right here. And on this drive, the Patriots offense just got the better of this Texans defense. Defender was trying to make a play on it, but just couldn't quite break that one up. Actually tipped it. He actually got a hand on it. All right, 9:35 left to go in this first quarter. Patriots are kicking this one off. That is going to be caught about the 10, returned out to the 20, to the 25, trips, and it's going to be touchdown just before the 30. So that is where the Texans will start with the ball. Obviously, two very different teams in terms of, franchise playoff history. I don't think I need to tell anybody what the Patriots' playoff history has been like. Everybody knows it. And as for the Texans, it has not been pretty. Never made it past the divisional round. They're looking to change that today. Second drive for the Texans. Stroud under center, back in the backfield. Stroud sends Schultz in motion. Stroud takes the snap, hands it off. That is going up the middle, and it's going to pick up about 2, maybe 3 yards. Woody Marks' helmet actually came off on that play. This Patriots run defense is so much improved when Milton Williams is on the field, just eating double teams, clogging all the running lanes up in the middle. Yeah, got his head jostled around. Woody Marks' helmet just popped right off at the end. All right, they're going to call it a gain of 2. Stroud in shotgun now on 2nd and 8. Back lined up to his left. Stroud takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws left side quickly, and that is almost intercepted. Completely covered up the entire way. That's Carlton Davis III, the Buccaneer who then went to the Lions and is now in the Patriots, absolutely locking down Jaden Higgins, the rookie, on that little fade route. I mean, it was maybe an underthrown ball as well, but honestly, Stroud's kind of lucky that wasn't an interception on that one. He was really well positioned to make a play on that ball, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 8 now. Stroud in shotgun, backs lined up to either side. Stroud takes the snap, looking, under pressure, pockets clean though. Stroud's going to take off and floats it left side to Dalton Schultz, who has nothing but green grass in front of him, taking it down to the 30 before he's eventually pushed out of bounds just shy of the 25-yard line. Looked like they were maybe, playing some man coverage there, and just nobody was marked on Stroud. Came completely open late. Vrabel is wiping his head, wondering what the hell just happened there. Look at this, just pass rush couldn't get home. Stroud stepped up in the pocket, floated it out to Schultz, who is just completely alone off on the left side of the field. Huge first down for the Texans. Stroud now back under center, back in the backfield. And it looks like it is going to be a penalty. Is that a false start? Delay of game? False start. A little cha-cha on the offense. That's going to back them up 5 yards. And it's going to be 1st and 15. So the false start is actually on Dalton Schultz after he had that massive catch. 8:07 left to go in this first quarter. 1st and 15 for the Texans, who are now inside field goal range for the Patriots. Stroud under center, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, pressure in his face immediately, throws it over the middle, and that's going to be caught. Big reception there by Jaden Higgins. Going to make this a much more manageable 2nd down. We'll see what they eventually call the actual gain on that play. We're going to call it a 9-yard gain, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Texans there. Look at that pressure in his face immediately. Good job by Stroud finding the open receiver and getting the ball to him. Little off-platform throw there. So that brings up a much more manageable 2nd and 6 after a 1st and 15 due to that penalty. Stroud in shotgun, backline up to his right, takes the snap. Stroud fires over the middle. It is tipped, and it falls to the ground incomplete, almost intercepted by the Patriots there. That was a dangerous pass. And that is going to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Texans now. Big 3rd down here. Technically within field goal range, but I have a feeling with the snow coming down, any field goal is going to be a little bit testy in this weather. Ellis, the linebacker on the coverage there, very well positioned. All right, Stroud in shotgun, backline up to his right. Stroud takes the snap, looking, throws over the middle. That is going to be caught by Christian Kirk, who is going to pick up the 1st down plus a little bit more. Texans keep the ball moving with 7:04 left to go in this first quarter. There's a flag coming in. Looks like it might have been a face mask on the defense. See what the call is. Waiting on the referee. Anytime, please. Yeah, Christian Kirk just found the little soft spot in the zone right there. Settled in, Stroud found him. Looks like it's going to be Carlton Davis with a face mask. Yeah, that's what I thought I saw. All right, yep, so they're going to get Carlton Davis with a face mask. That's going to be a 7-yard penalty, half the distance to the goal. That is going to bring up 1st and goal for the Texans now. So Texans looking to answer the Patriots touchdown with one of their own. Patriots defense has allowed a touchdown on 95% of goal-to-go drives. Worst in the league. But they come up with a big stop on 1st down there. Woody Marks going up the middle, finding absolutely no running room. Basically gets back to the line, and that's about it. That's going to bring up 2nd and goal now for the Texans. Looked like it was Jelani Tavai on the tackle there. It's currently 35 degrees in Foxborough. Winds actually aren't too bad, only 2-mile-per-hour winds. But a little bit of snow coming down. It's cold. It's January football in New England, man. Stroud in shotgun, backline up to his right. Stroud fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, floats it to Schultz, who's going to pick up about 5 yards, maybe 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal on about the 1 or 2 yard line now. We'll see where they actually spot him. We can call it a 5-yard gain, spot him at the 1 yard line. 6:03, 02, 01, 6 minutes left to go in this first quarter here. Big 3rd down here for the Texans. I imagine they're probably going to go for it if they come up short. I don't know. I don't know if they take the points in this situation. Texans coming out in the I formation. Stroud under center. Motions Schultz. Takes the snap. Stroud hands it off to Woody Marks, who's going up the middle, and he's got the touchdown. But wait, there's a flag. Let's see what the penalty is. All the Texans looking around to see if they can celebrate. Nope, illegal shift. It is going to be an illegal shift on the Texans. 5-yard penalty. That's going to back them up and make it a much harder 3rd and 6 for them now. Oof. Oh, that is rough for the Texans. Touchdown wiped off the board by an illegal shift. And now you got to draw up something that's not just hammer the ball up the middle, because you have 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. I think it was because the big man back there who was at fullback was moving. Might have been what it is. Anyways, Stroud in shotgun, backline up to his right. Stroud takes a snap, looking left side, looking middle. Got all time in the pocket, floats it up right side, and literally nobody there. Nobody even in the same post code. Just floated that ball into the back corner of the end zone. That is going to bring up 4th and goal. And now I imagine the Texans might be sending out the field goal unit. Let's see. Yep. They send out Fairbairn for a little chip shot field goal. Again, weather is bad, but it's not that bad. So this should be very doable. Just a nice, easy 25-yard attempt. Snap is away. Hold is down. Kick is up. Kick is good. So the Texans get on the board, but the Patriots defense comes up with a big stop, holding them to only 3 points. Big effort by the Patriots defense there, helped out by a couple just dumb penalties from the Houston Texans offense. And now we go to commercial as we wait for the Patriots to get another crack on offense. Whew. Oh. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I hope you're enjoying the game. I can say personally, I am very glad to be in here watching this game on TV as opposed to having to be actually out there playing it in that weather. That looks disgusting. Again, not as bad as it could be. There's certainly been, worse weather games at Foxborough, but certainly, it's not sunshine and rainbows out there either. ESPN currently has the Patriots at a 63% win probability. So, certainly favoring the Patriots, but very much still anybody's game. It is early in this one. We'll see. I anticipated this game being, pretty similar to the Patriots-Chargers game, where it was going to be like a 16-3 kind of final score. But there's been a little bit more offense than I was expecting early on in this one, so we'll see if the offenses can keep it up or if the defenses are just going to buckle down and make their lives miserable for the rest of this game. Consume Pralosic. On commercial right now, not missing anything. Fairbairn kicks this one off. Back from commercial now. That is going to be caught right at about the end zone. Returned out to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and is going to get wrapped up. And ball comes out late. Looked like he was probably already down. Patriots fall on it. No harm, no foul. The Patriots offense will start with the ball at about the 22-yard line. A very strong drive last time. See if they can recreate that on this one. All right, Drake May in shotgun. Henderson to his right. May, delayed handoff to Henderson, who goes up the middle and is going to get absolutely nothing. Going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Patriots. Tried a cheeky little draw play there. There's just absolutely nowhere for Henderson to run. For 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 450 left to go in this first quarter here. May in shotgun. 2 backs lined up to his right. May takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Stevenson actually, throws over the middle. Looks like that might have gotten tipped. It's incomplete. Ball kind of wobbled out over the middle there. That is going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Patriots. Texans defense really buckling down right now. Let's see what happened here. Fake the handoff. May looking. Throw. Oh yeah, just swatted down at the line. Wanted Diggs deep over the middle. Just great job by 95 on the Texans there, elevating and knocking that ball down. All right, 3rd and 10. May in shotgun. Stevenson offset to his left. May takes a snap, drops back. Pocket collapsing. May goes to throw, and it's battered out of his hands. Ball is still live. Patriots eventually manage to fall on it, almost back to their own end zone. Looks like they're going to spot him at the 3-yard line. They're saying it was a fumble right now. May clearly thought it was an incompletion. Let's see. Danico Autry coming up the middle. Daniil Hunter from the right side. Yeah, I think that's a fumble. That's an empty hand going forward right there. Hunter just got his mitt planted on the tip of that football, knocked it out of his throwing arm. May's looking up, wondering where it went. And then that squirrely little football just kept squirting around down on the ground before the Patriots eventually managed to fall on it. So Behringer, punting out of his own end zone, gets a booming kickoff. That's my Spartan goat right there. Returned out just past the 50. So the Texans will get the ball on the Patriots side of the field when we come back. So big stop there from the Texans, not only forcing the 3 and out, but forcing the Patriots into pretty awful punting position, giving their offense much better field position when we come back from commercial. Whew. Patriots got real lucky that they managed to fall on that fumble, because that could have been a devastating momentum shift right there. You give the Texans the ball, within basically the 10-yard line, that's a rough ask. It was a great punt by Behringer, 55 yards. but decent returns. So Texans will get the ball at the Patriots' 47-yard line. Drink some water. I have to say, the weather down here in DC is actually pretty similar to what it's looking like up in Foxborough right now. Just, one of those gray winter days where you get a couple flurries of snow, but nothing enough to really stick. It is just peak miserable January weather, I should get some background music going. I'm gonna have to do that before the conference championships. All right, we're back from commercial. Love a little drone flyover. Gillette Stadium. 3:41 left to go in this first quarter. It's been going by pretty quick. Stroud under center, sends a man in motion, takes a snap, hands it off to Woody Marks, who is going to again go absolutely nowhere. Gets back to the line, and that's about it. Zero running room for him there. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10. What's his box score at right now? I can't imagine it's anything good. Woody Marks, 4 carries for 5 yards so far this game. It has been tough sledding against this Patriots defense. Stroud in shotgun on 2nd down. Motions a man out, takes a snap. Stroud looking under pressure, throws over the middle, and is broken up. Excellent defense there by the Patriots. It was Woodson coming in to knock that pass away. Looked like Stroud might have had a man there late. He had pressure in his face basically instantly. Managed to get that ball off. I think that was Milton Williams just coming straight down the gut. Yeah, Jaden Higgins looking for the soft spot in the zone, but Woodson making a break on the ball, knocking it away, forcing a 3rd and 10 with 3 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Stroud in shotgun. Takes a snap. Stroud looking left side, pressure coming, floats it up, and that is going to be caught. Incredible catch right there by Jaden Higgins, but he's going to be just shy of the 1st down marker. It is going to be 4th and 1 for the Texans. 4th and inches, maybe even. Beautiful ball by Stroud. Patriots playing, looks like some man match concept right there. Just Higgins on Carlton Davis. Elevates for a great catch. Look at that. 1, 2, gets the feet down, drags the toes and everything. So yeah, 4th and inches, Stroud under center. Back in the backfield. Looks like they're going to sneak it. Nope, they hand it off. And Nick Chubb picks up the 1st down, but barely. Nick Chubb almost got stopped short there. Kind of stopped all of his momentum and tried looking for a hole. That almost spelled his downfall, but managed to pick it up. That is going to give the Texans a fresh set of down. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ooh, looks like Dalton Schultz is out with a non-contact injury right now. Do not like to see that if you're the Texans. Don't like to see that in general. We don't like injuries here, but anyways, 1st and 10. Stroud in shotgun. Sort of fakes the handoff. Throws left side. And did Davis come down with that? He caught it. Was he out of bounds or in bounds? Ref says it's an interception. The ref says it's an interception. He was looking and trying to decide. Let's see. Has the ball... He gets the knee down. It looks like that knee is down in bounds. This is an insane interception if this holds. That looks like he gets the knee down. What a play by Carlton Davis. Just laying out for that ball. And that knee is firmly in bounds. You can see Vrabel had an excellent angle on that one. So Stroud just, I guess he was trying to go for Christian Kirk, probably just trying to throw that ball away. Left it a little bit short. And Carlton Davis comes down with a huge interception for the Patriots defense, killing that Texans drive stone dead with 1:37 left to go in this first quarter. Whew! What a pick, man. Oh my goodness. That was insane. Ugh. I liked Carlton Davis when he was on the Lions. I'm sad we let him walk. I know why we let him walk, you know. And honestly, it looked like DJ Reed was going to be an upgrade even at that position. Didn't end up playing out that way. Oh, man. Carlton Davis making a big play for the Patriots defense right there. Just like that, we are back to commercial. Fun little NFL fact, they front load all the commercials because they basically sell a certain number of commercial slots, so they have to make sure that they show all of them. So they'll basically use every stoppage of play early on in the game to show commercials to make sure that they can get through them all. And then that means in the back half, you typically get longer stretches with no commercials because they've basically, fulfilled their contractual obligations. Makes it very annoying early game, but at least it means you get stretches in the late game where things, are really kind of coming down to the wire and really mattering, where you're just in the game and you're not constantly being taken out of it every 5 minutes to go watch an Allstate ad or something. A World of Warcraft ad? In the year of our Lord 2026? Dear God. What? I'm going to be honest, I didn't realize people were still playing World of Warcraft. That's on me. All right. Back from commercial now. They're showing the replay of that just insane play. Look at Davis, man. Playing that sort of deep third and just goes up and makes a play. Man, all right. 1st and 10 for the Patriots now, their own 18. May hands it off to Stevenson, who's going to power up the middle and pick up about 4, maybe 5 yards. Some strong running there. Got pushed forward as part of the pile. It's going to be a 5-yard gain. Going to bring up 2nd and 5 with 1:20, 1:19, 18, 17, 16, 15 left to go in this first quarter. Snow looks like it's starting to come down a bit harder there now. Stroud at 4 turnovers this playoff so far. Oof. May under center for 2nd and 5, back in the backfield. May takes a snap, fakes the handoff. Going to keep it himself, going right up the middle, diving forwards. Looks like he might have lost the ball there at the end. What was that play call? Texans are signaling they've got it. Ref says Texans got it. It's Texans ball again. What happened? Oh my God, Azeez Al-Shaair running off with the ball. What? All right, May's diving forwards. Oh my God, yeah, and they just peanut punched that thing right out of there. And Togai literally belly flopped onto it. Oh my God. Boop. Yep. And I don't think his knee was down. Kind of hard to see based on the speed they're showing that at. You kind of need it frame by frame to really tell, but ugh. God, that's rough. What is that play call, man? All right, they haven't having a look at it, having a little review. Oh, no, they're just fixing the play clock. All right, so Texans now have the ball back on the 27-yard line of the Patriots. Stroud in shotgun, 1st and 10. Takes a snap, throwing left side, and that is going to be caught by Jaden Higgins for about 6 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 4. Like, I get it. Drake May is mobile. You want to have a couple run plays. Sorry, they're going to call it 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 5. But, like, really? You want him just running into the teeth of this Texans defense? That's okay. Okay. Anyways, 2nd and 5. Stroud under center, back in the backfield. Clock running down here in the 1st quarter. Stroud takes a snap, hands it off to Chubb, who's going to try the right side and is going to be dragged down just shy. Sorry, Woody Marks, I think, on the carry there. Dragged down just shy the 1st down marker, and that is probably going to take us into the 2nd quarter. Yeah, they're not hurrying up to run another play. So we go into the 2nd quarter with the Patriots up 7-3, but the Texans firmly in Patriots territory. Oh, I hate that play call, man. I hate that play call. Textbook example of Josh McDaniels getting a little too cute with it, if you ask me. Certain defenses you can get away with, just telling your quarterback to run forward 5 yards and then dive, but this Texans defense is not one that I would want to do that against. All right, so it'll be 3rd and 1 on the Patriots' 18-yard line when we return from commercial. Oh, boy. It's certainly been a defensive game so far. It has been a real topsy-turvy defensive game. Man, what a... Really? What the hell? Okay. Tom Brady no longer on the field. Now he's just in every commercial that you see, as is the NFL player way. Yeah, super villain. So the funny story with me, so I grew up in New England, but I was born in Michigan. So basically, I used to say growing up that I was always a Lions fan as penance for being a Patriots fan. I kind of had to even it out. And in the last couple of years, it started feeling like I was now being like a Patriots fan as penance for being a Lions fan, And then, of course, the Patriots had to go and get good again, so the Lions immediately, failed to make the playoffs. Such is life, I guess. Showing off the Pro Bowl selections right now. Basically, half of the Texans' defense. And then, of course, Drake May. All right, back from commercial. 3rd and 1 for the Texans here. Start off the 2nd quarter. Big 3rd down here. All right, Texans are showing tush push, and they go for it, and they're going to pick it up pretty easily. Had a tight end, Cade Stover, taking the snap, went to the right side, found some room, picked up the 1st down. Look at this, just Patriots tried to kind of wedge in there, and yeah, he just ran to the right side. Basically, everybody dogpiled the middle, and there was nobody off to the right side to really stop him from going forward and picking up that 1 yard. All right, so 1st and 10 from the 16 now. Stroud in shotgun, takes a snap, looking, dumps off a little screen for Marks, who is going to get some decent blocking, pick up about 6 yards on that one. down to about the 10-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd and 4 for the Texans. 14-14, 14-13, 14-12, 14-11, 14-10 left to go in this second quarter. Texans' red zone offense has really struggled this season. You know it's bad when your offense is being compared to the Giants' offense. It's like being compared to the Jets' defense. It's not something you want to be having happen. All right, they're going to say it's just short of the 10-yard line, actually. But it's 2nd and 4, Stroud in shotgun. Back lined up to his right. Play clock running down. Stroud gets the snap off, hands it off to Marks, who is going to once again make it basically back to the line before he's swallowed up, and is once again going to have his helmet taken clean off. I don't know if he's got to put the helmet on tighter, or if he's just getting clobbered that badly when he hits the line of scrimmage, but that's the second time this game his helmet has just popped off like a Rock'em Sock'em robot at the end. Yeah, Ellis right there on the tackle just took the helmet clean off. All right, so Vrabel has assumed the position. It's 3rd and 4 now for the Texans. Stroud in shotgun, back lined up to his left. Play clock ticking down. Patriots mugging the line of scrimmage. They bring pressure. Stroud floats it up right side, and that is caught by Christian Kirk for a touchdown. Texans take the lead for the first time this game. Oh, Patriots brought the house, and it did not pay off. Christian Kirk in a one-on-one matchup off to the right side. Well, not technically correct yet. Just beat his man on the little out route. Yep. Just a 10-yard out from the slot receiver position. Clean beat Jones. Yeah, Jones was playing inside leveraged. Really just didn't have a chance on that one. So Fairbairn, extra point is up, and it is good. So Patriots had the interception, but then gave it right back with that Drake May fumble, which they just replayed there. And the Texans capitalized on that fumble with a touchdown, taking the lead for the first time this game. 12:51 left to go in this second quarter, and we are once again going to head to commercial. Ugh. Move this ball back over before I forget. I guess, yeah, May and Stroud, they both have a turnover so far this game. I mean, I figured it was going to be a defensive brawl, and it's kind of living up to that. It's a weird game because it feels like the defenses are really kind of like dictating this game. They're setting the terms, but the offenses are just finding enough wiggle room to sort of drive down the field and put points on the board, you know? I was fully expecting this game to basically end like, 16-3 like the Chargers game did, or some sort of other like equally low scoring affair. But it's fix this real quick. It's 10-7 in the second quarter right now, There's a lot of game left to play, so who knows? I mean, the weather is certainly on the defense's side. It's not the craziest weather we've seen in Foxborough, but it's pretty gnarly. Winner of this game is going to go play the Bo Nixless Broncos in the AFC Championship game. That ankle injury is rough. That's just, oof. You beat the Bills, you're riding that high, and then literally not even 5 minutes later, sorry, quarterback's out for the rest of the season. Ugh. Hate to see it. All right, back from commercial right now. showing off that Christian Kirk touchdown again. Fairbairn kicks this one off. It's going to be caught at around the 7, returned out to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, tripped up just past the 25. Patriots are going to start with the ball right at about the 27. Man, I thought the Bills had a good chance of winning it this year. I thought, in a year that was as open as this one, maybe this was the time that they finally get their one, finally end all the suffering of that fan base. Alas, it was not to be. All right, 1st and 10 for the Patriots. Drake May in shotgun, back lined up to his left. May takes a snap, looking, throwing left side, and it is going to be almost intercepted by Kamari Lassiter. Excellent coverage on that one. Absolutely super glued to the wide receiver. There was zero room for May to throw that fade. That is going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Patriots. Whew, that was a dangerous ball. I mean, the incompletion was basically guaranteed. He almost came down with that one, though. May back in shotgun now on 2nd and 10. Same formation, actually. Takes the snap, hands it off to Henderson, who's going to go up the middle for about 3 yards before being met by a horde of Texans. That is going to bring up a slightly more manageable 3rd and 7, but certainly not easy. Not against this defense. Drinking some water. Patriots have been 0 for 3 on 3rd downs today, and a big part of that is the fact that they've had long 3rd downs they've needed to convert. May in shotgun, takes a snap, looking left side, pressure coming, wiggles out of it, barely outruns another man, and takes it for the 1st down before scooting out of bounds. Excellent running on May. Looked like he was running in quicksand, but somehow did just enough to escape the defense and pick up that 1st down with his legs. You can see Danielle Hunter right up the middle, almost got him, wiggled out of that one, outran number 90, and then managed to scoot just out of bounds before getting clobbered by Azeez Al-Shaair, who was coming in to put the hit on him. So May picks up the 1st down. It's now going to be 1st and 10 for the Patriots. May, under center, takes a snap, hands it off to Henderson, who is going to go up the middle and find absolutely nothing. Going to be a gain of 0, 2nd and 10 for the Patriots. 11-14, 13, 12, 11, 11-10 left to go in this 2nd quarter. In 2 games, May has already hit half of Tom Brady's entire playoff rushing yards. Yeah, that tracks. Took Brady 48 games to get to 133 yards, and it has taken May 2 games, not even a full 2 games yet, to get to 78. Absolutely nobody is surprised by that stat. Yep. And we are going to yet another commercial break. Why? Because money, I guess. Oh, shit. Okay, never mind. Travion Henderson down injured on that play. That is why we are going to commercial break. So hopefully he's okay. Hopefully it's just something minor. He has been so much fun to watch this season. One of those running backs where it's just a home run waiting to happen every play. I'll pour myself just a little cold brew straight up. We'll make another variant on the Donkey Hilo at halftime, but for now I just need some caffeine to keep me going. Oh yeah. It's shit coffee, but it's my shit coffee. Little ad for the draft being held in Pittsburgh this year. Should be an interesting draft. I haven't done any research for it yet, but that'll be next couple of months. That's what I'll be doing. Looking at the prospects, trying to figure out where the fits are, what makes sense. So Travion Henderson, he's standing on the sideline. Looks like the trainers are having a discussion with him. But anyways, 2nd and 9 now. May alone in shotgun. 11 minutes left to go in the second quarter. May takes a snap. Looking, throwing, left side. Looks like it might have been tipped at the line. It was incomplete. Intended for number 9. That is going to bring up 3rd and 9 for the Patriots. Another big 3rd down here. God, Will Anderson Jr. and Danielle Hunter as your 2 edge rushers is just filthy. It's disgusting. Anyways, 3rd and 9, May in shotgun. Stevenson offset. May takes a snap. Dropping back, throwing left side, has a man deep, and that goes through the hands of Kyle Williams. He had him deep. Kamari Lassiter in coverage. Just slipped through his hands. He was close to the sidelines. He might have almost been out of bounds, but oh, that was a beautifully placed deep ball. Would have been huge. Kyle Williams just cleanly beat Lassiter on the fade. Had a full step on him. And then, yeah, that ball just slipped right through his hands. Maybe the snow is impacting that. Punt by Bryce Behringer, fielded at the 25-yard line, and that is where the Texans offense will take possession. All right. Ugh. So the Patriots offense, one scoring drive, one really nice looking touchdown. But other than that, it has just been tough sledding against this Houston defense. All right, 10:41 left to go in the second quarter. Stroud under center on 1st and 10. Chubb in the backfield. Stroud changing the play at the line. Takes a snap. Fakes the handoff. Rolls out. Pressure in his face immediately. Floats up a duck. And it's picked by the Patriots, who's returned back to the 5. Dragged down at the end zone. Did he get in? I think that was Marcus Jones on the pick. They're calling it a touchdown. Patriots retake the lead. Oh my God, just a horrible decision by Stroud there. Marcus Jones, 25-yard pick 6. Stroud tried to escape the sack by just throwing that one up, but it was a duck. It just hung up there. Oh my goodness. Marcus Jones, the special teamer, the defender, he does everything. If there's a ball floating up there, it looked like he was returning a punt, honestly. It looked like he was just waiting for that one to come down so that he could take it to the house. Oh. Incredible play by the Patriots defense right there, capitalizing on what I wanted to say was a rare lapse in judgment from Stroud, but we've seen those sorts of decisions before. Those pop up every so often. A little bit of confusion from the Patriots side of the field in terms of who's on the extra point unit, it looks like. But they got that squared away. Snap is away. Hold is down. Kick is up. Extra point is good. And just like that, the Patriots have retaken the lead. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's you don't want to take the sack there. A sack would suck. But I think what happened there was he's gotten away with that earlier. I think there was a play earlier where he kind of floated one up. Wait, no, the play earlier where he did that was the interception to Carlton Davis. I think that's the second time this game where he's had pressure in his face and just tried to sort of force a throw, like to get the ball away, and just had it go straight to a Patriots defender. Oh. I mean, I feel like that one is at least one of the more logical dumb decisions I've seen this season. There have been a couple plays this season where I legitimately have just not even understood what the logic was there. Like the oh my god, I think it was the Patriots-Ravens game where Mark Andrews just tried to like lateral the ball backwards despite it like there still being tons of time on the clock and not needing to do any sort of like desperation last minute play. He just basically hucked the ball backwards without a Raven even in the zip code of where he was. He got bailed out by a penalty on that play, so it didn't end up like mattering. But there have been a couple, like, I mean, this entire season has been on drugs, and there have been a couple plays where it's just like, what's going on up there? You know, is the CTE hitting Hurley? But yeah, obviously easy to critique sitting in a nice warm apartment. Much harder to do when you're actually out there in the 35-degree snow with a 200-something pound man bearing down on your face. But then again, that's why he gets paid tens of millions and I don't. Showing the replay right now. Let's see, yeah, what happened here? Oh, 88, the tight end just completely whiffed his block. Did he get tripped up? Yeah, he got tripped up by Ursary. And so that let him just come in completely untouched. Also, that's probably the most egregious face mask I've seen in my life. He had his hand fully inside his helmet and was pulling him by it. Obviously, it didn't matter because it was a touchdown, but that was crazy. All right, Patriots set to kick this one off. 10:31 left to go in the second quarter. Kick is fielded at the end zone line, returned out to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, before he takes a shot and is knocked down right at the 25, and that is where the Texans will start their possession. Yeah, 3 turnovers before halftime. This is feeling like the Texans' last game, honestly. You know, that game against the Steelers was chock full of turnovers. All right, 26-yard line. Stroud under center, takes a snap, hands it off, and Woody Marks is going to get tripped up in the backfield. Going to be a loss of 1 back to the 25-yard line. The Texans just have not been able to run on this Patriots defense this game. You know, that run defense was a real weak spot for the Patriots when Milton Williams was out. But now that he's back and healthy, man, it is brutal to try to go up the middle against this Patriots front. Averaging 1.3 yards per rush, the Texans are this game. Stroud in shotgun, takes a snap, throws over the middle. That's going to be caught by Xavier Hutchinson, who's got the first down plus a little bit more. We will see where they spot him. 9:39, 38, 37, 36, 9:35 left to go in the second quarter. Again, these offenses have been able to move the ball. It's just like, it feels like a very high leverage kind of game. You know, lots of turnovers, lots of big plays on either side of the ball. Stroud in shotgun, back line up to his right. Stroud takes the snap, hands it off. Woody Marks is once again going backwards. Loss of 1, maybe 2 yards on the play. What is he at right now? I feel bad for the man. Woody Marks, 8 carries for 7 yards. He is averaging less than a yard per carry, and his longest run this game is 4 yards. Ugh. So that brings up 2nd and 11 once more. Stroud in shotgun, marks to his left. Stroud takes a snap, drops back, throws over the middle, tipped and intercepted by the Patriots. Returned back to the 40. Knock takes a huge shot right at the 36. That is Stroud's 3rd turnover of the game, 3rd interception of the game. It's not even halftime yet. Patriots have the ball with incredible field position. Oh my goodness. Intended receiver was Xavier Hutchinson on that one. Hutchinson just running a little slant. Ball was high. Right tipped off his fingers. And Woodson, incredibly positioned to make a play, hauls in that interception. And the Patriots are going to look to pad their lead. Oh my goodness. It is a rough game for the Texans so far. We're going to see if Woodson was touched at all, because he was in a pile-up with Gonzalez and Hutchinson right when he picked that one. Certainly an interception, there's no doubt there. It looks like Hutchinson barely got a hand out to touch him down. So not quite as good field position as it could have been for the Patriots, but still, that is a huge takeaway. The Texans were really safe with the ball during the regular season, but playoffs just seem to be a different animal right now. They are having a real hard time hanging on to that football. All right, so instead of having it at the 35, Patriots have the ball at the 47. Drake May under center. Henderson's back in the game. He's in the backfield. May sends a man in motion. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Henderson, who is going to find a hole and go forwards. Pick him about 5 yards on that play. Some smart running from Henderson. Looks like they might have had a little flea flicker drawn up there, because he kind of stopped all of his momentum and looked back for a hot second. But a nice 5-yard run. That's going to bring up 2nd and 5 for the Patriots. 8:09, 8:08, 8:07, 06, 05 left to go in the second quarter. May under center. Henderson in the backfield. May takes a snap, fakes the handoff, pressure coming. May tries to avoid it, but gets brought down for a loss of maybe 7 yards on that one. Huge sack by Will Anderson Jr., and that is going to bring up 3rd and long for the Patriots. Texans defense doing best to stop the bleeding that their offense is causing right now. Just a little play action, and absolutely nobody on the Texans front was fooled. Drake May kind of just slipped and was touched down by Anderson, but still great pressure by the Texans defense to force that sack. All right, 3rd and 13 for the Patriots. They're back on their own side of the field now. May in shotgun takes a snap, dumps it off over the middle to Hunter Henry, who's going to pick up about 5 yards, maybe 6, back to about the 45. But that is going to bring up 4th down and a Patriots punt, presumably. Feels like this is way too far and pretty atrocious weather to go for a field goal that long. Yeah, you can see the Texans just played a real soft shell, nothing deep, more than content to give him that little check down. Bryce Behringer, punt is away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's going to be fair caught at about the 9-yard line. So, luckily for the Texans, that interception doesn't end up, costing them anything. But, 3 turnovers by the Texans before we've even hit halftime, and we've still got basically 6.5 minutes left. College football championship tomorrow. Be an interesting matchup. I think Indiana has it. I'm not going to say in the bag, but I certainly think they're far and away the favorites. Stroud under center now, 1st and 10 from their own 9-yard line. Fakes the handoff. Stroud under pressure, has to get this one away, floats it up, it's incomplete. Xavier Hutchinson, once again, the intended receiver, and once again, a dangerous sort of last-minute throw by Stroud. Whew. And number 71, Howard, is down on the Texans. That's one of their offensive linemen. See, hopefully he's okay. It looks like he's clutching his arm right now. See, Stroud did a great job stepping forward, just barely getting out of pressure in that one. Hit as he throws. Ooh, actually stepped on by his offensive lineman. While Howard is down, we are going to go to commercial. Yeah, I think Indiana's definitely the favorite. Kurt Signetti has those players playing like absolute madmen. All right, I will be back shortly, but in the meantime, Dr. Wilson Ball, please watch over the stream for me. Thank you, Dr. Ball. I think that was his father. I think his father was in the Tom Hanks movie. Anyways, we have now returned from commercial. It's 2nd and 10 for the Texans now. Stroud in shotgun, back lined up to his left. Stroud takes a snap. Pressure coming. Stroud floats it up left side. That is going to be incomplete, well out of bounds. That is going to bring up 3rd down for the Texans. 6:23 left to go in the second quarter. So Dalton Schultz is officially out with that calf injury, non-contact injury early on in this game. And Woody Marks is currently questionable with a shoulder injury. So it is Nick Chubb in the backfield for the Texans. Stroud in shotgun. Takes a snap. Patriots rush 4. Stroud tries to step up, and his pressure coming, throws the ball into the dirt. It looks like they're calling it a fumble. What's the official call on the field? All right, they're going to call it an incompletion. Stroud tried desperately to get rid of that ball and just spiked it basically directly into the turf. Let's see what. Patriots have been getting home just rushing 4. Almost got brought down there at the 1-yard line. Looks like the ball slipped out of his hands as he went to throw it. But I guess it went forwards just enough for it to be counted as a forward pass. So that is an incompletion. But that is still going to bring up 4th and 10. So the Texans will be back to punt. Townsend, the punter for the Texans. Snap is away. Punt is up, punting from his own end zone. Caught at the 46, taking it backwards, and is going to lose about 3 yards on their turn. Absolutely nowhere to go for Marcus Jones on that one. Good job by the Texans punt unit covering that, because he is a danger anytime he's fielding a punt. So the Patriots will get the ball back with decent field position. Still on their own side of the field, but right around, let's see, where they officially spot him. On the Patriots' 44-yard line is where they're going to say. Craig Woodson out questionable with a head injury. Ramondre Stevenson out questionable with an eye injury. Looking real painful on the sideline right there. Drake May under center, 1st and 10. Hands it off to Henderson, who's going to go up the middle for about 2, maybe 3 yards. See where they spot him. 5:49, 48, 47, 46, 5:45 left to go in the second quarter. They're going to call it 3 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Yeah, Matt Burke, Texans DC, been calling a great game so far, holding the Patriots to 14 points, only 7 of which came from the offense. May in shotgun on 2nd and 7, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throwing over the middle, wide open number 9, who's going to break a tackle and break it all the way down to the 28-yard line. That's Kayshon Boutte. Boutte was wide open on that one. That is going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Patriots. Look at this. Just a little post from outside there. Found a soft spot in the defense. May put the ball right on him. And Boutte did a great job of making one man miss and getting some additional yak on that one. All right, 1st and 10 now from the 28-yard line. May under center, takes the snap, hands it off to Henderson, who's going to go right up the middle for about 3 yards again. Going to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Patriots. Just over 4 minutes left to go in this first half. Patriots looking to add some more points on the board here, extend that lead. They've got basically 5 times the rush yards that the Texans have right now. May in shotgun, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, throws left side, caught by Boutte, who's going to make it all the way down to about the 7-yard line before he's eventually dragged down by Kamari Lassiter. This has been the Boutte drive right here. 3:44, 43, 42, 41, 3:40 left to go in this first half. Just a little screen concept with some double slants from the outside. Kayshon Boutte just did a great job on Kamari Lassiter right there, getting open. May delivered the ball. Brings up 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. May in shotgun, Henderson to his left. May takes a snap. Looking, throws, middle. Caught by Stefon Diggs, number 8. Patriots score. And they turn this into a 2-score game before the half. Excellent contested catch right there from Stefon Diggs. He was well covered as well. They just zipped that ball right in there, and that is why they signed the veteran receiver. To make big plays like that. Contested catch, but strong hands by Diggs. Had the corner all over him, had a safety coming in ready to lay a hit. And he just hauled that one in. Extra point attempt, snap is away, hold is down, kick is up, kick is good. Patriots push their lead back to 11 with 3:12 left to go in this first quarter. Going to move that ball over to the right. All right, this is going to be a big possession for Houston here. If the Texans can at least put a field goal on the board, if they can at least cut this to a one-score game at half, then they'll be looking, then they're still very much in it. If the Patriots get the ball back and are able to put even more points on the board before half, that's when it starts looking real dicey for the Texans. Obviously, there's still a lot of game left, but with how the offenses have been playing this game, this is not one where you want to get down by multiple scores and count on, just boat racing it later on. God, what a couple of Patriots have made some really impressive catches so far this game. Whew. Diggs caught 83% of his targets so far this season. Most in the league. Kick is off, caught right at the goal line, returned out to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, makes it out to about the 23 before he's brought down. So that is where the Texans offense will start with the ball. Just over 3 minutes left to go in this game. Yeah, especially, good point. The more you try to force this ball downfield, the more you risk things just like that happening. Where, the safety's in a position to make a play, and you get caught out trying to do too much, and it turns into a turnover. Absolutely cannot afford a turnover on this drive. That would be kind of backbreaking for the Texans. Stroud in shotgun on first down, takes the snap, throws over the middle. It's a duck. It's almost intercepted off the hands of Marcus Jones. I can't tell if it was tipped at the line or just came out weird of CJ's hands. But that was, I almost just spoke a turnover into existence. Oh, it was tipped. The defensive end managed to get just a finger on Stroud's hand as he went to throw that one. I think that was Chasen. Yeah, number 44 on the Patriots, Clayvion Chasen. Just barely got a finger on Stroud's throwing hands and forced that duck. Brings up 2nd and 10 now for the Texans. Stroud in shotgun. Wait, never mind. We got a cha-cha on the offense. That's a false start. That's going to back him up. So on 87, Cade Stover, their tight end, who they like to use as a fullback. So that makes it now 2nd and 15 with 3:02 left to go in this first half. Texans certainly feeling the pain of losing Nico Collins with that concussion. This is not an easy Patriots defense to score against, even when you've got all your weapons. So, anyways, Stroud in shotgun, takes a snap. Got time, throws deep. Stroud wants it all, has a man wide open, and overthrows Christian Kirk. There's a flag, though. So they might be picking up a first down regardless. But that would have been huge. Just laid it out there a bit too far. Kirk had at least a yard on Carlton Davis, who is the man in coverage. It's a DPI call against Carlton Davis. So that's going to be a 20-yard penalty, putting the Texans at basically their 39-yard line. You can see Vrabel is very pissed off about that, understandably so. But that gives Houston a fresh set of downs with 2:55 left to go in this half. On their own 39-yard line, Stroud under center takes the snap, hands it off, and Woody Marks is once again going to lose yards. Lost maybe 5 yards on that play? No, 4 yards. We're going to call it 4 yards. Woody Marks has not escaped single-digit rushing yards this game. Woody Marks is currently at 9 carries for 3 yards. Oh, buddy. All right, that brings up 2nd and 14 for the Texans now. Stroud in shotgun, takes the snap. Patriots bringing pressure. Stroud's got time, throws over the middle, and that is going to be caught by Jaden Higgins for a first down. And that is likely going to take us down to the 2-minute warning. Big catch there by Jaden Higgins. Patriots brought pressure, but just couldn't get home in time. Left him wide open for that diving catch. Okay, and like I thought, that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Texans have the ball just past the 50-yard line. It is on the Patriots 49. That is where they will start when we return from commercial. Man. All right, so the Patriots defense, not making it easy on the Texans, but they're finding a way to move the ball. They're marching down the field. They're getting helped out with penalties and things like that. But regardless, they started. Where did they start this drive? It doesn't matter. What matters is that they're getting close to field goal range now. So all they really need to do at this point is just take care of the ball. Don't turn it over. Don't let the Patriots have another opportunity to put more points on the board before half. Especially because, let me check something real quick. This actually does matter. Yeah, Patriots got the ball first. So Texans will get the ball after the half. So the Texans have a chance to double up right here and really close this 11-point gap they've got going on right now. The double up is a huge opportunity. Obviously, Belichick, massive fan of it. It's a big part of what made those Patriot squads with Brady so devastating was, you let them get just a single possession ahead, and with that double up on either side of the half, you can basically turn a one possession lead into a 2 or even 3 possession lead. It is a big if, though. The key thing about the double up is that you have to be able to actually score. If you can't put points on the board, then, well, you just get to punt twice as often as the other team, which doesn't do much for you. Both of these teams also have all 3 of their timeouts left. So certainly a lot of flexibility here. All right, back from commercial. Stroud in shotgun, back lined up to his left, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left. Stroud fires quickly, and it's intercepted on the very first play back from the half. Carlton Davis jumps the route, hauls in his second pick of the game. And that is the Texans' 4th turnover of the first half. Oh. Wanted the out route, left it behind his receiver. Excellent job by Carlton Davis, hauling that ball in, getting all the feet in bounds. No doubt about it. That is an interception. His second of the game. And just like that, the Texans' drive is dead, and the Patriots have another opportunity to put more points on the board. Strouds holding his head. He can't believe it. Stroud had 8 interceptions in the entirety of the regular season, and he has half of that in just this one game. May in shotgun takes a snap, hands it off to Henderson, who is going to pick up 2, maybe 3 yards on first down. That is going to bring up second down for the Patriots. 2nd and 7, they're going to call it 3. Clock is running. 1:37, 36, 35, 34 left to go in this first half. Patriots looking more than happy to take as much time off this clock as they can. May in shotgun, back line up to his left. May takes the snap, drops back, throws left side, incomplete. Good job by Kamari Lassiter on coverage there, breaking that one up. That's going to stop the clock with 1:14 left and bring up 3rd and 7. Kyle Williams, the intended receiver. Just a little comeback route there. Decent amount of hand fighting between him and Lassiter. I think it's probably a good no call there. Vrabel obviously wants the DPI. I think you can make a case for it going either way. But anyways, 3rd and 7. May in shotgun, takes a snap, checks it down to Henderson, and it's incomplete. That is going to bring up 4th and 7. And so once again, the Patriots, get a turnover, get an interception, but fail to really do anything with it. They took basically just under a minute off the clock. And, they're going to sort of reset the Texans' field position. But that's about it. Bryce Behringer back to punt, sends this one away. And it's going to fair catch signal at the 10. So, in a sense, no harm, no foul for the Texans. But also, resets their field position all the way back to the 10. So that is going to be pretty rough. They've got a tough task ahead of them. Just over a minute left in the half, all 3 timeouts, but they got to go basically at least, in this weather, probably 60 yards. They want to have a shot at a field goal. So we'll see what they've got drawn up on offense. Start off, Stroud in shotgun, takes a snap, throws over the middle, absolute duck straight into the dirt. That is going to bring up 2nd and 10 with a minute left in this first half. See if they show the replay. Hard to tell if that was just bad coming off his hand or if someone managed to get a piece of it somewhere. Yeah, Stroud, 10 of 25 with 4 interceptions. That is a rough game. Back in shotgun on 2nd down, takes a snap. Patriots bringing pressure. Stroud throws left side, incomplete. This is now 3rd and 10 with 56 seconds left. Patriots might get another crack at scoring. We'll see. We'll see what the Texans have drawn up here on 3rd and long. Again, both of these teams still have not touched their timeouts, so a lot of flexibility in terms of what your clock strategy is. Stroud in shotgun once more. Back line up to his right. Stroud takes a snap. Flag is down. Maybe an offsides. We'll see what it is. Stroud takes off running and is brought down. Gain of 2 on that. We wait to see what the flag is. Illegal formation on the offense. That penalty is going to be declined, and it is going to bring up 4th and 9 for the Texans, so they will bring out the punt unit. And so the Patriots are going to get the ball right back with basically, again, no time taken off the clock. They got pretty much 50 seconds left and all 3 timeouts. So we'll see if they can put some points on the board. Yeah, CJ Stroud saw that Josh Allen had 4 turnovers and was like, well, bigger number is better, right? I can put up bigger number. Townsend back to punt, sends this one away. Going to be fielded by Jones at about the 31-yard line, or turned out to the 35, to the 40. 45-50. Knocked out of bounds at the Texans' 45-yard line. Patriots will have great field position when their offense returns with 36 seconds left in this half. And all 3 of those timeouts. So yeah, again, the winner of this game will then play the Bo Nix-less Broncos. And then later on tonight, Rams versus Bears, winner of that game, playing the Seattle Seahawks. So both of the 1 seeds still alive. Right. May in shotgun, Henderson to his left. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. May takes a snap, drops back, and is strip sacked Looks like the Texans might have fallen on it. We'll see what the call is. Whose ball is it? Okay, staying with the Patriots. Will Anderson Jr. came from wrapped around Will Campbell, knocked that ball clean out of Drake May's hands, and yet somehow failed to fall on it. Will Campbell recovered that fumble. Will Anderson Jr. was perfectly positioned to recover that football, but that little oblong creature just squirted right out from between his legs, and Will Campbell gave up the strip sack, but at least managed to recover the fumble. And so with that, I have a feeling the Patriots will probably just let the clock run down to the half. Let's see. No, they're going to take their first timeout with 13 seconds left. It's May's 13th fumble this season, most in the NFL. Ooh. All right, and so it ends up just being a loss of 9. Thankfully, they didn't lose the ball, but 2nd and 19 now with 13 seconds left. Let's see what the play call is. What is that, 7 combined? Well, I guess, thankfully, May only lost 1 of his fumbles, but still. May in shotgun, takes the snap, pumping, gets hit, throws over the middle. That is going to be caught. Patriots are going to gain about 5. They're going to take their second timeout. It's going to be Pop Douglas with a gain of 8 for being dragged down by Azeez Al-Shaair. So the Patriots have 4 seconds left. Where's the ball at? Ball on the Houston 46-yard line. Oh, never mind. They're going to say it's 7 seconds left, not 4 seconds. So you have maybe 2 more plays. You probably run 1 play here, and then you have to decide if you're kicking the field goal. All right, 7 seconds left, 3rd and 11. May in shotgun. Takes a snap. Texans rushing nobody. May throws left side. Intended for Stephon Diggs. Incomplete. Kamari Lassiter in coverage. Diggs wanted the defensive pass interference call. Didn't get it. So with 2 seconds left. Brings up 4th and 11. Let's see what they do here. I think that was a good no call. They were just hand fighting. Stephon Diggs absolutely had the ability to haul that ball in. All right, the Patriots are going to keep the offense out there. So they're not going to attempt for the really long field goal. Instead, May's in shotgun. Henderson's to his right. May takes a snap. Texans rush 3 this time. May is all day. Heaves up a Hail Mary. It's going into the end zone. And it is intercepted by the Texans to end the half. So that interception will show up on the stat sheet, but really doesn't affect anything. We go into the half with the Patriots up 11 points, 21-10. Go fix this real quick. Unhide our timeouts. And then I'll move the football on over so I don't forget. Let's see, how many combined turnovers is that at this point? That is 6 total turnovers in the first half. The Jets didn't have a single interception the entire season, and this game has 6 turnovers in the first half. Madness, I say. Absolute madness. Ugh. Who knows what the second half is going to bring, man? If this is how the first half went, I got no clue. I have absolutely no clue. This is... Oh. This is just the classic craziness that has been this season, I swear. This entire season has just been on all the drugs. All the drugs. Let's see. I'm curious. I'm going to pull up the weather because I want to know what that's supposed to look like when we get back from halftime. Oh boy, it looks like we're going to have even more snow rolling in once we come back from half. So I think it's going to be even worse, would be my guess, as the snow sets in and the defenses continue to just have a field day. It's a fair point. You can't lose a playoff game if you never make the playoffs. Oh. All right, we got about 11 minutes until we start the second half. Oh, God, it's just madness. It's just been absolute madness. I haven't been watching many of the playoff games this year because I've just been busy with other things. But if the other playoff games have even been like half as crazy as this game has been, I mean, I guess it's good television. You know, it's entertaining. That's for sure. Whether it's good football or not is a matter of opinion, I guess. But certainly, it makes for interesting television. That's for sure. Patriots are 10-1 in their last 11 playoff home games. Whew. Yeah, so Stroud has those 4 interceptions. May has an interception and 3 fumbles, so theoretically he could have also been at 4 turnovers, but thankfully for the Patriots, only one of those fumbles was actually lost. Oh. God, it sucks that Bo Nix got injured, man. Like, obviously it just sucks that he got injured because injuries suck, but it also sucks because, like, Drake May versus Bo Nix would have been an incredible storyline for a conference championship, you know? And now it's what? It's going to be the Stid? It's going to be the Stid quarterbacking for Denver? It's just not the same. All right. I'm going to go clean out my shaker, and then I will be back to make another variant on this Donkey Hilo. I've got some ideas. This is a very interesting sort of base spec, so I've been having some fun playing around with the various things that you can do to sort of spice this recipe up a little bit. But of course, as always, Dr. Ball, stream is yours. All right, thank you, Dr. Ball. So for this one, now that I've got my clean shaker and everything, I wanted to try something. So some variants of the Carajillo use mezcal as the base spirit. So I didn't want to do a full sub, but I'm going to split base this one. So instead of doing a full 2-ounce pour of the Liqueur 43, I'm going to do an ounce of mezcal. This is the mezcal that I have. I don't super love it because it's not super smoky. It's a lot heavier on that sort of like agave note. Honestly, like my opinion on this one is that it would be really good as a tequila, but in terms of what I want a mezcal to do in my bar, it's not really hitting what I want it to do. An ounce of our Liqueur 43. Main notes in this one are really vanilla. This liqueur is super vanilla forward. There's like maybe a little bit of citrus kind of hidden on the back end, but really that is secondary to all the vanilla notes. And then, of course, Dunkin' Cold Brew. This is the sweetened version. There's one that doesn't have any sugar in it. It's just cane sugar. Wonderful. I'm going to turn audio down so I don't hurt anybody's ears. Shake this up. Whoops. You know, it's good if you have a glass to pour your drink into. All right. Raise the mic back up now. Strain that into our coupe glass. Figured I'd change up the glassware as well, because why not? Lovely little crema on that. Now here we go. This is our mezcal variant of the Dunkahilo. Ooh. Ooh, the mezcal adds a very interesting kind of wrinkle to that drink. This isn't a particularly smoky mezcal, as I said, but it's got a lot more smoke than just, Liqueur 43, so it certainly adds that note to this drink. And that smoke plays surprisingly well with the vanilla. It is almost like a sort of like creme brulee kind of flavor at that point, where it's that sort of like roasted vanilla, if that makes any sense. Anyways, this is a fun little drink. I'm having a lot of fun messing around with the spec, but we are back from halftime now. Patriots just kicked this one off, and it is going to start with a touchback. We are in quarter 3 now. Texans start with the ball. Let's see if they can try to hold on to it this half. Move these out of the way. All right, Texans start the second half with the ball on their own 35-yard line. Stroud, under center, takes a snap, hands it off. Woody marks, picks up 2 yards. Well, that's more than he was getting. Let's see, where does that put him right now? That with that big 2-yard run, he's up to 5 yards on 10 carries. You'll love to see it. Ugh. Stroud in shotgun on 2nd and 8, takes a snap, throws right side, has a man caught. Xavier Hutchinson, I believe. Yup, with the first down. Gonzo wanted to push off there, wanted a bit of offensive pass interference, didn't get it. Probably could have gotten it. Would have been a little ticky-tacky if they had called it, but I think that's probably a good no call. That is a big first down for them. Moving on downfield, 13-52, 51, 50, 13-49 in this third quarter. Stroud, alone in shotgun, takes a snap, dumps it off over the middle to Hutchinson, who has the ball ripped out. It's on the deck, and I think the Patriots recovered the fumble. Yep, the referee signals that the Patriots have recovered the fumble. It's the Texans' 5th turnover of the game. They have not fixed the turnover issues. Oh my goodness. Well, we got about a minute and a half. Let's see. He's going down. Never mind. Hutchinson's down. He's down before that ball comes out. I was about to say, we got all of a minute and a half into the second half before the Texans lost the ball once more. But luckily for them, he was already down. I have a feeling that'll be coming back. Yeah, New York called in, overturned that one. Said he's down by contact before the ball comes out. So, Texans don't turn the ball over just yet. Good work by Gonzo ripping that one out, but alas. All right, it's going to be a gain of 4, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Texans in Patriots territory at this point. Ball on the 36-yard line. Over under 4 turnovers the second half. Ooh, that's questionable. Stroud in shotgun. Back line up to his left. Stroud takes the snap. Drops back. Fires right side. That is going to be caught by Jaden Higgins. He's going to pick up the first down. Gain of about 8 on that one. That is going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Texans. I'd say under 4 turnovers. I think enough of those turnovers in the first half were just kind of weird, fluky things that we'll see a little bit cleaner of a second half. I still think we'll see at least 2 turnovers in this half, though. All right, 1st and 10 now. From the 33-yard line, Stroud under center, takes a snap, hands it off to, I think, that is Woody Marks on the carry. No, sorry, that's Nick Chubb on the carry. He's going to pick up about 6, maybe 7 yards on that one. Going to bring up 2nd down. 12:43, 42, 41, 12:40 left to go in this third quarter. Yeah, they're going to call it 7 yards, going to call it 2nd and 3. That 7-yard run was the Texans' longest rush of the game. They go right back to the ground game on 2nd down, and they're going to be stopped just shy of the line of gain. See where they spot him. That was Nick Chubb again. Going to call that basically 2.5 yards. Going to say he's just shy of the first down marker. That is going to bring up 3rd and 1 for the Texans. They had 164 rush yards in their game against the Steelers, and they have had 19 today. And they've had most of those 19 in the second quarter. Texans come out in the tush push again, and they do the same exact thing they did last time. Cade Stover easily picks up about 3 yards on that one. giving them a fresh set of downs as the clock continues to tick down. All right, so Texans moving the ball well to start the second half. Patriots defense trying to find their footing. Just same exact thing. You show tush push and you just run to the right side. All right, Stroud under center, 1st and 10 from the 25. Stroud hands it off. You're going to go right up the gut. And that's going to be a gain of about probably 7 for Woody Marks. We'll see where they spot him. Texans are having some actual success running the ball now in the second half. Absolutely couldn't get anything going the first half, but this second half, they're moving it pretty well. They're going to call that a gain of 8, so that is their new longest rush of the game, that 8-yard gain by Woody Marks. And that over doubles his rush yardage from the first half. Stroud under center on 2nd and 2, takes a snap, hands it off to Woody Marks, who is going to get absolutely nothing on that run. That's what we've seen this entire game. That is going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Texans. 10-18, 17, 16, 15, 10-14 left to go in this third quarter. Texans are driving. They're well within the Patriots' red zone now. Woody Marks is back up over 1 yard per carry, which is very fun. Texans struggling to get this play call in time, and they're going to have to use their first timeout of the game. Oop, wrong one. There we go, that one. All right, so a little bit of miscommunication on Houston's sideline. 9:52 left to go. They will talk this one out. Current drive is going smoothly. 9 plays, 58 yards, eating up about 5 minutes of clock. We'll see if they can finish it off with some points, or if they choke this one away. All right, 3rd and 2 from the Texans on the Patriots' 7-yard line. Stroud in shotgun, backlined up to his left. Stroud takes a snap, rolls out right, fires, it's tipped, almost intercepted. Marcus Jones on the play to break that one up, and that brings up 4th and 2 for the Texans. So a real strong drive almost ends in disaster for Houston. Marcus Jones came flying in from the safety spot. He was matched up against Kirk. Just did an excellent job breaking on that speed out. Nearly hauled that one in. Little duck of a pass. Luckily for Houston, it just falls to the ground. So they're going to send out Fairbairn to hit another 25-yarder. Kick is up. Kick is good. The Texans cut this one to a 1-score game with a cheeky little field goal. All right, so I certainly would have loved to, cap that one off with a touchdown, but after that brush with disaster, they will be more than happy just settling for 3. Sun is starting to set here in Washington as we've got snow coming down, and so the entire sky is just this kind of like slightly horrific pale red color. It's very atmospheric here. It's really, really setting the tone for this matchup. We are on commercial break right now. First commercial break of this second half. Sipping on our Mezcal Dunkahilo. you're watching at home, remember to drink some water. It's hydrate or dihydrate out here. Already dark up there in New Hampshire. Feels like it's light snow across like the entire eastern seaboard right now. We'll see if any of it sticks. We're getting the bare minimum sticking right now down here in DC. I imagine up north it's sticking a bit more. AFC and NFC championships coming up next Sunday. My plan is to be streaming both of those games. We will see what the cocktail is for those based on how today goes. And the snow is properly coming down in Gillette now. Looks like it's not sticking quite yet, but certainly more than ready to mess with any offensive passes. Certainly messing with the cameras, that's for sure. All right, kick is away. Patriots return this one at the 10 to the 15 to the 20, 25, 30, into a mob of people, and it's going to get out to about maybe the 32-yard line. We'll see where they spot this ball. Solid return for the Patriots on that one. Yeah, the Patriots have done a pretty good job at limiting the amount of damage that Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter can do. But, I mean, both of those guys are just game wreckers. There's only so much you can kind of game plan around them. All right, 1st and 10 from the 31 is where they spot the ball. Drake May under center, takes a snap, hands it off to Stevenson, who's going to go up the middle, spin move to make a man miss, and is going to pick up about 5 yards on that carry before he stood up. And is going to bring up 2nd down for the Patriots. Good bit of running from Stevenson. He's back in after sitting out basically the back half of the first half with that eye injury. Had a little eye poke, it looked like. Brings up 2nd and 5. Just over 9 minutes left to play in this third quarter. May in shotgun takes a snap. Dumps it off to Stevenson, who tries to escape and gets dragged down. Loss of about 1 yard on that play. They tried to set up a screen there and just couldn't quite get it off. I was about to try to pronounce the defender's last name, and then I just decided against it. He managed to just barely get Stevenson's undershirt and kind of whip him down with that. Good play by the tackle right there. So that brings up 3rd and 6 for the Patriots. Ball on their own 35-yard line. May alone in shotgun. Play clock running down. May takes the snap. Pressure coming. Goes to throw it. He's strip sacked again. And Aziz Al-Shair falls on it. Texans recover the fumble. Was that Will Anderson Jr. coming off the edge on that one? It came from the left side. He was matched up against Will Campbell. Yeah, Will Anderson Jr. just clean beat Will Campbell, knocked that ball out as May was going to throw it. I have a feeling that's going to stand as a fumble, and that is going to be our first turnover of the second half. I should get some counters made up because a turnover counter would be perfect right here. So that is going to give the Texans the ball with excellent field position and an opportunity to tie this game back up really quickly. This Texans defense, it came ready to play today. So with 8:08 left to go in the third quarter, Stroud under center takes a snap, fakes the handoff, pressure coming, wraps him up, and that is going to be a loss of nearly 10 yards. Clavon Chasen just absolutely eating in the backfield for the Patriots. They're going to call it a loss of 8. So the Texans had really good field position after getting that fumble. But just like that, they're backed up basically all the way back to the 40-yard line. Probably just outside of field goal range, given this weather. Yeah, they're on the 41-yard line now. 2nd and 18. Stroud in shotgun. Back line up to his left. Stroud takes the snap. Drops back. Throws over the middle. And that is going to be caught. Excellent job by Stroud fitting that ball into that tight window. Jaden Higgins on the catch, making this a very manageable 3rd down for the Texans. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Little 12-yard pass right there puts them back basically right at the Patriots' 30-yard line. Oh, was that a catch? Ball moved a little bit, but he got his hands under it. Stroud in shotgun. Patriots showing pressure. They bring 5. Stroud scrambling, steps up in the pocket, takes off running, and is going to pick up the 1st down plus a little bit extra. Scoots his way out of bounds. That is going to bring up a 1st set of downs for the Texans with just about 6.5 minutes left to go in this 3rd quarter. Yeah, Patriots brought 5, but that gap just opened up in the line. Stroud was able to scoot on through, easily pick up the 1st down plus a little extra. But the Texans, they've struggled today, and they've struggled all season in the red zone. So we'll see what they can do here. Ball on New England's 19-yard line. Play clock running down. They barely get the snap off in time. Stroud checks it out to his right side. I think that's going to be Cade Stover. Was it? Yes, Cade Stover picked up about 2 yards in that play. That's going to bring up 2nd and 8. 5:48, 47, 46, 45, 5:44 left to play in this 3rd quarter. Christian Gonzo been having himself an incredible year. All right, Stroud in shotgun, back lined up to his left. Stroud takes a snap. Little delayed handoff there for Woody Marks, who runs right into the back of one of his offensive linemen and manages to make it back to the line before fumbling the ball. Patriots fall on it. It's Craig Woodson with the recovery. Did this ball come out? It sure did. There's no doubt about that one. Yep, that ball is out. That ball is out before he is down. That is our 2nd turnover of the 2nd half. I think I picked the wrong side of that over-under. I said there would be 2 in the 2nd half, and we have 2 in the 3rd quarter. Oh my God, what is this game? And so just like that, that is our 8th turnover of the game. The Texans looked like they had an opportunity to tie this game up. They're moving the ball real well, but the Patriots defense forces the fumble from Woody Marks, falls on the ball, and so they will get the ball on their own 12-yard line. So they're real backed up, but oh my goodness, what is this game, man? I mean, speaking to how much turnovers have affected this game, the Texans have outgained the Patriots by 70 yards. The Patriots have less than 150 yards of offense this entire game so far. And they're still up by 8 points on the Texans. It's hard to put points on the board when you keep giving the ball to the other team. Man. That was funny as well, because Woody Marks started off that play by running directly into the ass. Oh my God, what is the turnover to flag ratio? I'm curious now. So one, Woody Marks started off that play by running straight into the ass of his offensive lineman. Excellent way to start a play. Then he fumbled it. Also, supervillain, the turnover to penalty ratio is not even. There's 3 more turnover than there are penalties. We've got 5 accepted penalties so far in this game and 8 turnovers. I don't know which database would be the right one to search for this stat. I have a feeling they'll pull it up at some point probably in the game because they've got people paid to do that. But I'm curious now if there's been a playoff game before with more turnovers than accepted penalties. Because we're on track to have that. Like, if things continue at this pace, we will have more turnovers in this game than accepted penalties. That is insane. What are we watching? The weather's not even that bad. Like, it's snowing, but it's not snowing that hard. Oh my god. All right. Patriots have the ball on their own 12-yard line. Drake May in shotgun. Stevenson to his right. May takes the snap, hands it off, and Stevenson is met instantly. That's going to be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on that one. Houston's defensive tackle was basically just living in the backfield. He was there as soon as that ball was snapped. I'm going to call it a loss of 2. All right, so we're already at the most combined turnovers in a playoff game since 2015. That was Cards versus Panthers in the NFC Championship. Second and 12, Stevenson up the middle. He's going to pick up about 5 yards on that carry, and that is going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Patriots. Sorry, 3rd and 8. 4:27, 26, 25, 24, 4:23 left to go in this third quarter. Patriots are 1 of 9 on 3rd down today, and that's because their average 3rd down distance is basically full 10 yards. May in shotgun takes a snap, dumps it off to Stevenson, who makes one man miss, checks another, but basically just gets back to the line of scrimmage. That is going to be a gain of 0, and it is going to bring up another Patriots punt. There might be. That's a good... Let me see. I can check that real quick. All right. Patriots are back to punt. Ball on their 19-yard line. Bryce Behringer, fellow Spartan. Snap is away. Punt is off. Texans almost blocked that one. Going to be fielded. Fair caught at about the 40-yard line, maybe the 41-yard line. That is where the Texans will start with the ball. Let me see. I'm curious now. All right. Yeah, interception, fumble, touchdown, 7. So that we got 7. Okay, not quite. So we've got 8 turnovers right now, and we've got 10 points off of those turnovers. However, those 10 points are a Texans touchdown off a Patriots fumble and a Texans field goal off a Patriots interception. So, despite the Texans having 5 turnovers and the Patriots only having 3, the Texans have 10 points off those 3 turnovers, and the Patriots have 0. But the Patriots are winning. Just none of the numbers in this game make sense. These feel like randomly generated numbers in terms of like box score for a game. Like, okay, yeah, the team with fewer turnovers is leading. That makes sense. But they're not leading because they scored points off those turnovers. They just happen to be leading. Well, I guess, okay. So I guess it depends. The Patriots scored a touchdown because they had a pick 6. So the Patriots did technically score 7 off of that pick 6. So in that case, there's 17 points off of turnovers. But the Patriots offense has scored 0 points off of 4 turnovers. But yeah, this is the madness that this NFL season has been. God, insane. It's really funny. The Patriots offense scoring on normal drives, but not scoring when they get a turnover, feels like those basketball players who will make the most insane contested threes you've ever seen, but then the moment you just leave them alone to shoot a wide open three, they completely brick it. That's what this game has felt like. This game has just felt like that on every possession. All right, so the Texans have the ball now on their own 41-yard line. Stroud under center, back in the backfield. Stroud takes a snap, hands it off, and Chubb is going to pick up about 3 yards, maybe 4 on the carry. That is going to bring up second down for the Texans. They're going to call it 3 yards, 3:11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 3:06 left to go in this third quarter. Stroud under center once more on second down. Chubb still in the backfield. Stroud takes a snap, fakes the handoff, steps up in the pocket, throws over the middle. It's tipped and almost intercepted once more. Stroud tried to force that ball into double coverage and it almost ended in disaster. That is going to bring up 3rd and 7. Patriots were crashing that ball. Intended receiver was Xavier Hutchinson. Oh my goodness. Yeah, just a little dig route there. And multiple Patriot secondaries were just there crashing it. All right, 3rd and 7 now from the Texans' 44-yard line. Stroud under 50% on the day. In shotgun, takes a snap, pressure coming, throws right side quickly, and that is almost caught by Jaden Higgins. But it's going to be defensive pass interference on Carlton Davis. Patriots fans in the stands are losing it. And that is going to spot the Texans a fresh set of downs. That's an awful call. That's just hand fighting right there. They haven't been calling that all game. They've been letting the Texans cornerbacks do that all game, and now they choose to call it? All right. So that is our 6th penalty of the game. Still have fewer penalties than turnovers, but that spots the Texans a fresh set of downs with the ball on the Patriots' 35-yard line. Stroud, alone in shotgun, takes a snap. Patriots rush 4. Stroud throws left side off the hands of Cade Stover. He was wide open. Just failed to catch that one. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 with 2:37 left to go in this third quarter. And that is why they use him as a fullback and not a wide receiver. The ball was a little bit high maybe, but I mean, you don't get much more open than that. There literally wasn't a defender within 15 yards of him. All right, 2nd and 10 now. Stroud alone in shotgun again. Patriots mugging the line of scrimmage. Play clock winding down. Stroud takes a snap. Patriots only rush 4, but they get to Stroud, absolutely clobbering him and sacking him for 3, maybe 4 yards. Jennings is down on the Patriots. See, hopefully he's able to get up. Vrabel's coming onto the field. All right, yeah, he was about to come off on his own power. It looks like it's probably a concussion for Jennings. He looked a little bit woozy there. Yeah, Clavin and Chasen just coming off the edge. And then a whole bunch of Patriots just rallying to bring down Stroud. Yeah, it took a hard shot to the head as he was bringing down Stroud. He had Hutchinson wide open, but he was forced to scramble too early. Wasn't able to see him come open on that little out route. All right, we go to commercial as the doctors check on Jennings. All right, so it'll be a 3rd and 13 for the Texans on the Patriots' 38-yard line when we come back. We'll get some more. No, I'll do that next commercial break. God, what a crazy game. A little ESPN ad for the other kind of football. Very fun, very fun. Nick Chubb has only had 4 carries this game? Can't be right. Really? Huh. Nick Chubb has apparently only had 4 carries, but he's turned those into 14 yards. Meanwhile, Woody Marks has had 13 carries for 13 yards. It has been tough going on the ground for the Texans. All right, so yeah. Anthony Jennings, he's up. He's on his own power. He's on the sidelines. That is 3rd and 13 now for the Texans. Stroud in shotgun. Takes the snap. Patriots rush 4. Stroud's got time. Throws right side. That is going to be caught, but he is going to be well short of the line of gain. Let's see. Did he haul that one in? Woo! It was a good catch by Xavier Hutchinson. Getting down low to scoop that one off the deck. So that brings up 4th and 8. Texans are going to send out the field goal unit. This is Kaimi Fairbairn's longest field goal attempt of the day. It's a 51-yarder, basically twice as long as the 2 field goals he's been asked to hit earlier in this game. Hold is down, kick is up. Looks like it's straight, and it is through the uprights. So the Texans, they're working on slowly closing this deficit. They've brought it down to 5. The Patriots are still holding on to that lead with 1:32 left to go in this 3rd quarter. Oop. That's fun. One of my lights just went out. I should have probably plugged that in. That would have been smart. Oh well. Go do that when we hit commercial break. Oh. Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell how much that snow is really affecting quarterbacks. Like, how much is truly the weather affecting them and how much is just both of these really scary defenses kind of getting them in their head, getting them to not in the rhythm that they usually want to be to hit those throws, just disrupting timing and all those little things. Fairbairn kicks this one off. It's going to be caught at the 5, returned out to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. 25, and is going to be stopped right at about the 30. Just into a whole wall of Texans. And so that is where the Patriots offense will start this possession, looking to push their lead back to 2 scores. Looks like Strouds' hand might be hurting a little bit as well. That could explain part of it. He's certainly been getting roughed up today. All right, May under center on 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, floats it to Austin Hooper, who's going to pick up the 1st down plus a little bit more, getting out to about the 45-yard line. Good first play for the Patriots. who, by the way, have half the first downs that the Texans do. They have really not been able to move the ball particularly well. It's just been all of those turnovers that have really helped them. That's the Patriots' first down in their last 4 drives. But anyways, fresh set of downs now. May, under center, fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right again, steps up to scramble, and is clobbered from behind. That was Danielle Hunter. May basically got back to the line, but there was just nothing available downfield. Had to just tuck that one and run. That was going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Patriots. I mean, as a Lions fan, I'm glad Danielle Hunter's out of the NFC North, but that's a scary pass rusher right there. May, under center. Looks like they're going to run one more play before the 4th quarter. Maybe. Maybe not. Nope. Patriots are just going to let this one run down to the 4th quarter. And I believe we will likely be going to commercial while we wait for them to return. All right, so I'm going to use this opportunity to get some more water and plug in my light because that went out on me. So, of course, I will leave you in their capable hands. Oh, we're so back. All right. May just kind of dumped that one off to Henderson for no gain. And now ESPN has the profile up on Jarrett Stidham, the Stid, the expected starter for the AFC Championship game. What a universe we live in. All right, 3rd and 8 now for the Patriots. May in shotgun, takes a snap, throws right side, incomplete, intended for Booty. There's the flags. Basically tackled by Derek Stingley. That is going to give the Patriots a fresh set of downs. Keep the chains moving. Yeah, just grab that shoulder pad. Almost, honestly, like Booty almost managed to haul that one in regardless. But anyways, Patriots are continuing to move downfield. Going to put the ball at the Patriots' 45-yard line after that penalty. Or sorry, 38-yard line. May under center takes the snap, hands it off to Henderson, who's going to fight up the middle for about 6 yards. Good solid bit of running right there. 14:05, 04, 03, 02, 01. 14 minutes left to go in this game. I got to go update the quarter real quick. Boop. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, May under center, 2nd and 4. Henderson in the backfield. May takes the snap, hands it off, and Henderson is going to be met behind the line. Going to lose about a yard on that run. To'o just absolutely living in the backfield on those run plays. Yeah, just did a great job filling that A-gap, flying in there sort of right behind the guard, wrapping up Henderson and not letting him pick up anything. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Patriots. May in shotgun. Stevenson lined up close. May takes the snap, drops back, throws right side, wants it all, and is caught! Kayshon Boutte with an incredible one-handed grab for the touchdown. Oh my goodness! Defender draped all over him, just stuck that hand out and super glued the ball to it. Oh my, what a catch. What a catch by Boutte. Beautiful ball by May as well. It took me a while to become convinced of it, but I believe it now. I think currently Drake May is the best deep ball thrower in the NFL. I think his ability to place that ball where only his receiver can get it is second to none right now. You know, all time, different discussion, but this season, right now, I'm taking Drake May if I need a deep ball. That was insane. An incredible job by Boutte as well. Look at that snag. Actually batted it into his chest for the catch. Oh my goodness. And I guess we're going to commercial now. I don't know why we're going to commercial immediately after that. I missed something? I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah, okay. God, what a ball. What a catch. Oh my goodness. And that is brutal for the Texans because that pushes this back to a 2-possession game. Oh, just when it felt like they were starting to close the gap, they had pulled within 5, and just like that, the Patriots push it back to 12. Oh. 12 is especially brutal as well because 12, you can't just go for, a touchdown and field goal. You need to find the end zone twice if you're the Texans. And that's something they've only managed to do once this game. So it is a tall ask for the Texans offense for the final quarter of this game. still on commercial break right now, as I guess we are all given enough time to process what we just saw. Enough time to just kind of bask in it, I guess. Man, what a play, what a throw, what a catch. Kayshon Boutte. Oh. All right, extra point attempt now. Kick is up, and it is good. Patriots officially push their lead to 12. And we will see if the Texans can answer. And Kayshon Boutte was matched up against Derek Stingley. Like, that is not an easy matchup. He was well covered on that fade. Oh. That's a good point. I thought for sure when we had 2 turnovers in the third quarter that we were immediately going to blow past those 4 second half turnovers, but it's been quiet. These offenses have been clicking. You know, they've been taking care of the ball. I don't think it's been a while since we've had a punt even. Yeah, last punt was back in the third quarter. All right, 12:58 left to go in this game. Patriots set to kick this one away. Snow is properly coming down right now. But again, still looks like it's not quite sticking. Looks like it's melting pretty much as soon as it hits the ground. Kick is away. Caught at just shy of the 5-yard line. Returned out to the 15, to the 20. And tries to get a bit too fancy with it and is brought down at the 22-yard line. Absolutely zero room for the returner to run on that one. Tried to take it sideways, but there were about 3 Patriots waiting there to meet him. Ugh. All right, so C.J. Stroud will take the field with not great field position. He has been a lot cleaner this second half. 6 of 9 for 54 yards. Let's see if he can put some more points on the ball. Yeah, points on the board here. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. Stroud under center, back in the backfield. Stroud takes a snap, tosses it to Woody Marks, who's going to try the left side and is going to pick up about 6 yards on that run. Good solid bit of running from Marks there. Carlton Davis is a bit slow to get up after that one. Gets up on his own power. Let's see, is that officially called an injury or not? Oh, they're going to call it a gain of only 4 on that one. So they're going to say it's 2nd and 6. It looked like a whole lot more, but I guess that's when he scooted out of bounds. Stroud in shotgun on 2nd and 6. Back to his left. Stroud takes a snap. Drops back. Pressure coming, throws deep, wants it all, going for Jaden Higgins. It's incomplete. Excellent job by Christian Gonzalez readjusting to that ball. It was well underthrown. Not sure if it was intentional or not. Jaden Higgins did a really good job at readjusting to come back to that, but Gonzo was on him like white on rice, made the adjustment, broke that pass up. Got lucky he didn't draw the penalty, because he was fully prepared to just keep running. Oh yeah, looks like one of the DBs got away with a little bit of a hole on the right side, which of course Stroud is not happy about. But anyways, that brings up 3rd and 6. Play clock winding down, and the Texans are forced to take their 2nd timeout of the half. Right? Yep, there it is. So with 12:16 left to go in this game, Texans down 12, and with only a single timeout remaining, that is not the position you want to be in if you're Houston. Honestly, that's not the position you want to be in if you're anybody. Ugh. So we'll see. 3rd and 6. Let's see what Houston has drawn up. Big 3rd down right here. Stroud in shotgun. Back lined up to his left. Stroud takes a snap, drops back. Got time, throws right side, incomplete, almost intercepted, intended for Cade Stover, who is clutching his knee. Looks like he's got a knee injury. Hopefully he just hit it against the DB or hit it against the ground. Hopefully it's just a bruise on the knee. Because there's a lot of ways you can hit your knee and really have it hurt, but be pretty much fine for the rest of the game. Hopefully it's just that and not something popping or tearing. Ooh. Oh, he went down awkward on that one. Ooh, that is not an angle. Oh. Ooh. Ow. Yeah, we're going to commercial while I check him out. Looked like that right leg basically got a little stuck in the ground, and all of his momentum kind of kept carrying him sideways. Put a lot of kind of torque on that joint. That is not good. Ugh. Yikes. Oh. Fingers crossed he's okay. I imagine we will be returning to a Texans punt, so we will see. Yeah, he really has been. That's been kind of the theme this game. It's just Stroud throwing behind all of his receivers. That's why that one on the out route was almost picked. He's missed a bunch of balls behind his receivers, and it's that's one of those things where it's hard to tell. Is it the snow making his hand slippery? Is it whatever he injured in his hand because he's been holding that and sort of flexing that a lot? Is it just the timing, right? Is the defense messing up the timing? And so that's why he's throwing it behind where he thinks they should be? Kind of hard to tell. But regardless of what the actual underlying cause is, it's not good for the Texans, Why not? Let's pour up a little bit more just for the end. Finish strong here. Feels very funny to just be drinking straight cold brew out of a coupe glass. All right, we're back from commercial. 12:09 left to go in this game. As expected, the Texans punt unit is out. Ball is on their own 27-yard line, so Townsend will kick this one away. Snaps away. Punt is off. Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. And that punt is going to bounce, and it is going to be touched just short of the end zone. Patriots are going to get the ball, but they're going to have it on their own 1-yard line, basically. That is an incredible punt by the Texans. Great little roll right there, and a good job on coverage to touch that before it goes into the end zone. All right. Look at that. You don't get much better than that on punts. Took a real friendly Texans bounce. Oh, Smith getting down there to cover it. Right at the 1-yard line. Whew. All right, so 11:57 left to go in this game. Patriots ball. On the 4? Wait, what? I have to figure out why they spotted that ball at the 4. Hand off to Stevenson on the very first play. It's going to pick him about 8. Why did they spot that ball on the 4? Huh. Anyways, 2nd and 2 now for the Patriots. 11:25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 11:20 left in this game. May under center, I formation, takes the snap, hands it off to Stevenson, who's going to try the right side and is going to pick up the first down plus a little bit more. Gain of about 4 or 5 yards in that one. Going to bring up a fresh set of downs for the Patriots. They're going to call that 6 yards out to the Patriots' 18-yard line. Patriots run game, it's been pretty solid so far this game. So I fully anticipate that they're going to keep leaning on that, keep milking time off the clock, keep pounding the rock, and just kind of force the Texans to stop it. All right, May under center, I formation again. May takes a snap, hands it off to Stevenson, who's got a hole and is going to pick up again about 8 or 9 yards on the carry. If the Texans can't stop this, then this could basically be the game right here. Clock continuing to run. Just over 10 minutes left in this game. I'm going to call it a 9-yard gain, so it's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Patriots now. Same formation from the Patriots. May takes a snap, hands it off to Stevenson, who's going to go up the middle, picking up the first down, plus about 3 more yards. Gain of about 4 or 5 on that one. Just like that, chains continue to move. Patriots get a fresh set of downs. And we are at about 9.5 minutes left to play. Clock continuing to tick down. 9:29, 28, 27, 26, 9:25 left to go in this game. May under center. Back in the backfield, takes a snap, hands it off. That's Henderson going up the middle, going to pick up about 5 yards on the carry. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 4. Yep, it's going to call that 6 yards, 2nd and 4. And now we're under 9 minutes. Just like that, 2 minutes off the clock and basically a blink of an eye. Patriots continuing to move the ball. If it works, it works. I anticipate they'll keep just doing this until the Texans can stop it. May under center, takes a snap, hands it off to Henderson, who's trying the right side and is going to get brought down for a loss of about 3 yards on that one. Texans finally managed to rally, get some penetration into the backfield, and stop the Patriots' run with just under 8 minutes 30 left to go. That brings up 3rd and 7 for the Patriots now as the snow continues to come down there in Foxborough. Patriots have really struggled on those 3rd down conversions today. Let's see what they've got here. May in shotgun. Stevenson to his left. Takes a snap. May looking right side. Firing. Caught. That's Stephon Diggs, I believe. Yep. Stephon Diggs with a big 3rd down reception to pick up another 1st down. Keep the chains moving. Keep the clock running. Patriots are on a roll, looking for the dagger to close out this game right now. Stephon Diggs just a little out route, kind of settled in this soft spot of the zone right there, and a beautiful ball by May just zipped that one right in there. Excellent timing right there. The connection is strong. And now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Patriots try to hand it off again, but Stevenson is going to lose about 2 yards on that one. Texans were expecting it that time. And we're right there in the backfield to meet him. Jalen Petrie on the tackle. Hello? My dishwasher just dinged for some reason. I don't know why it did that. Anyways, guess my apartment's just haunted. This drive has already taken 5 minutes off the clock. Patriots are just got him in a chokehold right now. 2nd and 12, May under center. 2 backs in the backfield. May takes a snap, hands it off to Stevenson, who's going to get some decent blocking and pick up about 4 yards on the carry. We'll see where they ultimately spot him. And just like that, 6:24, 23, 22, 21, 6:20 left to go in this game. Ball on the Patriots' 48-yard line. They've run the ball 8 times this drive and only thrown it once. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. 3rd and 8 now. May in shotgun takes a snap. Texans rush 5. May throwing left side deep. Wanted Kyle Williams, incomplete. Looking for the flag, isn't going to get it. That's Kamari Lassiter on the coverage. That is going to stop the clock with 5:45 left to go in this game and bring up 4th and 8. I anticipate that'll likely bring the Patriots punt unit onto the field. I guess it's just, it's the ghosting hour, I guess. Big stop for the Texans defense, but still, less than 6 minutes to go in this game, down 2 scores, 2 full scores at that. It's a tall task for their offense. Bryce Behringer punts this one away. Fair catch at the Texans' 12-yard line, and that is where their offense will start their drive. The Texans definitely needed that stop, because if they didn't get that stop, then that's basically the game right there. If the Patriots were able to, even put a field goal on the board, that makes it really difficult. But it's tight, especially with only 1 timeout. If the Texans had all 3 timeouts, it'd be different. But with 1, it's rough. All right, ball on the 14-yard line, actually. Stroud in shotgun takes a snap, throws over the middle, incomplete. Texans looking for the flag, not going to get it. That is going to bring up 2nd and 10. I believe Jaden Higgins was the intended receiver on that one. No, it was Bryant. It was the tight end they were looking at. Number 88. Probably could have called it. It was a bit physical. Anyway, 2nd and 10 now. Stroud in shotgun. Back line up to his left. Stroud takes a snap. Pressure coming. Throws left side. That is going to be caught by Bryant, who's going to pick up about 8 yards. That is going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Texans. Clock is still running. We're under 5.5 minutes now. Stroud in shotgun. Takes a snap. Patriots only rushing 4. Stroud over the middle. Right to Bryant again, who's going to pick up the 1st down plus a little bit more. The Patriots defense is more than willing to give the Texans all of these little short, 5-yard hitches and just let them keep chewing clock. Stroud takes a snap, drops back, stepping up in the pocket, pressure coming, throws deep right side, and just throws that one out of bounds. Takes a shot for his troubles. That stops the clock with 4:59 left to go in this game. 2nd and 10. Yeah, the Texans had a few big drops early in this game. They haven't had a lot of drops since, but it really has been the Patriots defense and the Patriots receivers as well. Both their defense and their receivers just making insane catches this game. They've hauled in some crazy balls. All right, 2nd and 10 now. Stroud in shotgun, takes a snap, throws over the middle, broken up. Christian Gonzalez in coverage. Absolutely zero place for Stroud to fit that ball in. That is going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Texans now. Gonzo just matched up one-on-one on Xavier Hutchinson. Just got that arm in there, broke that up. Xavier Hutchinson's a good receiver, but that's an easy matchup for Gonzo. All right, some big 3rd down now for the Texans. You have to imagine this is probably 4-down territory for them. Stroud takes a snap and shotgun, drops back, pressure coming. Stroud gets hit, goes down. That is going to be a sack all the way back to the 20-yard line. That is a huge sack for the Patriots. That's basically going to force a punt. from the Texans. And with just over 4.5 minutes left, that is brutal. That might prove to be the dagger. Loss of 8 yards on the play. Clock is still running. Oh my goodness. Tonga just right up the middle, bulldozing his way forward. Eventually gets there. Townsend sends this punt away. Caught by Marcus Jones at the 20. Backpedals to about the 15. Makes it back to the 20. Keeps running sideways. Goes to the 25 and gets out of bounds right at about the 27-yard line. That is going to stop the clock with just over 4 minutes left to go in this game. And let's see, a couple of first downs here. And that is basically it. CJ Stroud, those 4 interceptions all in the first half. It's been a clean second half for him, but it hasn't been explosive, you know? If he had had a clean first half, he could have gotten away with a clean second half. But because he had such a turnover-heavy first half, he really needed an explosive second half, and it just wasn't there. This defense was not going to let him sling the ball. Wasn't going to let him get back into this game. All right. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. May under center, hands it off to Stevenson, who's trying the right side, and is going to get there, going to stay in bounds, pick up 8, maybe 9 yards, and get down in bounds so the clock keeps running. 9 minutes left to go. Did the Texans take their first timeout? Clock has stopped. Yep. Texans take their final timeout. It's never good when you're taking your final timeout with basically 4 full minutes still left on the clock. But that's the position the Texans find themselves in right now. All right, so 3:55 left to go is the official time. 2nd and 1 for the Patriots. Let's see, probably what? 2 more first downs? And that's the game? I mean, practically speaking, even 1 or 2 first downs is enough. May, under center, takes a snap, hands it off to Stevenson, who's going up the middle and is going to pick up the first down just barely. Gain of 2, maybe 3 yards on that play. And the clock continues to run. 3:39, 38, 37, 36, 3:35 left to go in this game. And the Patriots are starting to look ahead to their date with the Broncos in the AFC Championship game. Going to run this clock all the way down, basically, before running another play. May, under center, takes the snap. Wait. We got a timeout by the Patriots. I guess they didn't like how something looked. So with 3:09 left to go in this game, Patriots take their first timeout. Showing all the banners at Gillette Stadium. First one came when I was born, 2001. I know it's like the dynasty, but it also kind of feels like it's like 2 different dynasties, right? It's like early career Tom Brady dynasty and then late career Tom Brady dynasty. All right, 3:11 actually. They added 2 seconds back onto the clock. First and 10, May under center, takes a snap, hands it off to Stevenson, who's going to go right up the middle and get basically nothing, maybe even lose a yard on that. You'll see where they spot him, but most importantly, the clock continues to run. 2:54, 53, 52, 51, 2:50 left to go in this game. Texans are all out of timeouts. Patriots are firmly in the driver's seat of this one. Patriots in a tight formation. May under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Stevenson, who is going to go right up the middle and get nothing again. That is going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd and maybe 11, and that is going to let the clock run all the way down to the 2-minute warning. So we'll see. I anticipate the Patriots will probably try to throw the ball. Will they throw the ball here? It's an interesting sort of question if you're the Patriots, you know? Do you basically go for the kill shot, try to get the conversion, or do you just run the ball, accept that you can take basically another 40 seconds off the clock and leave the Texans down 2 scores with 1:20 left to go in this game? Both are good options. There's really not a wrong answer here, in my opinion. But we get, with the 2-minute warning, we get one last commercial break. Remember to drink your water. And then we will see. All right. So I gotta start brainstorming some drink ideas. Let me see. Do I have anything on tap for the Broncos? Denver's kind of tricky. I don't. All right. I'm gonna have to do some research to find a new Denver drink. That'll be fun. Then Seattle. What about Seattle? Because they're already in. Oh, I gotta get another Seattle one as well. Ugh, cringe. Fuck. Whew. I think the Patriots half of next week's drink, again, assuming nothing goes horribly wrong in these final 2 minutes, is probably going to be the Stone Fence, which is a really flexible drink spec. It's basically just some sort of brown spirit plus some sort of cider. So lots of flexibility there between, you know, are you using rum or whiskey or rye? And then are you using just like a traditional, you know, sweet apple cider? Or are you using like a hard apple cider? Lots of opportunities there. Yeah, we could definitely see a Rams-Pats rematch in the Super Bowl. We could also see a Seahawks-Pats rematch in the Super Bowl. I think that's also quite likely. But so much for this being the year that a team that's never won a Super Bowl wins one, you know? May, under center, fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, throwing downfield, incomplete. Intended for Austin Hooper. Just wasn't there, and that brings up 4th and 10 for the Patriots. Stopping the clock with 1:54 left to go. So the Texans offense will get one last crack at it. Down 12 here in the 4th quarter. Again, it is a tall ask, but it is not impossible. Bryce Behringer back to punt. Snaps away. Punt is off. Well hit punt. It's going to be caught at the 20-yard line. Returned out to about the 28, 29-yard line. See where they spot him. That is going to be Texans ball with 1:45 left to go in this game. No timeouts for the Texans. So they got to score, and they got to score quick. God, yeah, Vrabel has done an excellent job coaching this team. All right, 1st and 10 from the 28. Strouds in shotgun. Takes a snap. Drops back. Got time. Floats it to Woody Marks over the middle. He's going to pick up the 1st down plus a little bit more. Going to make it out to about the 41-yard line. but the clock is going to continue to run. So they're going to hurry up now. Stroud in shotgun, takes a snap, drops back, looking, checks it down to the right side this time. That is going to be Bryant on the catch, who is going to just barely get out of bounds and stop the clock with 1:19 left to go in this game. Houston Texans, only team not to play in a conference championship game. They're 0-6 in the divisional round, and it does not look like that will be changing today. 2nd and 4 for the Texans now. Stroud takes the snap. Patriots bring pressure. Stroud throws quickly over the middle. Incomplete. Intended for number 14. Oh my God. Wind chill -5 and windy with snow for the Bears game. Oh, disgusting. That's the Great Lakes for you right there. Oof. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see if the Rams can hold up to that kind of weather. The only thing I can think of is, Matthew Stafford being in NFC North for so long. He's got experience playing those kinds of games. Stroud in shotgun, drops back, throws right side, off the hands of Bryant. Incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th and 4 for the Texans now. Huge do-or-die 4th down. If they fail to convert this, that's a win for the Patriots. 1:11 left to go in this game. So I think Stafford will be fine for the Bears game. The question is, will the rest of his team be? Stroud in shotgun, back line up to his right. Patriots bringing pressure. Stroud, nope, wait, never mind. Play's dead. Patriots called a timeout before the ball was snapped. Their 2nd timeout of the game. Man, Texans defense, they held the Patriots to only 21 offensive points in this game. But they just could not get the support from their offense. Speaking of Matthew Stafford, there's the little MVP race graphic with him and Drake May. Be interesting to see who they give it to. I think it's kind of a toss-up. I personally would err more on the side of May, but you can certainly make a strong case for both of them. All right, Stroud in shotgun here on this big 4th down, takes a snap, drops back, steps up in the pocket, throws deep, wants it all, has a man, and that is going to be incomplete. Xavier Hutchinson looked like he had it, but the defender got his arm in there just in time, broke that one up. That is the ball game, folks. A huge pass breakup to close this one out. Got right up in there, ripped that ball out. That was Robert Spillane. That was a linebacker, basically playing cornerback there. Xavier Hutchinson had it. The ball was right in his basket. He just couldn't quite hold on to it at the very end there. And just like that, this game is over. Mathematically over. Patriots come out in victory formation. They're going to take a knee. And they will take one final knee to close this game out and send them on to a matchup with the Broncos in Denver for the AFC Championship. Oh. Broncos versus Patriots for the AFC Championship. What is it? 2014 again? Oh. There it is. There's the 2nd kneel down. That is the game. Everybody's coming out onto the fields now. Patriots returning to the AFC Championship. It's been 8 years, 7 years, depending on how you count that one. But they are back. The Empire has returned. The Strouds were not enough to stop it. And so there we go. Date is set. It'll be Patriots versus the Bo Nix-less Broncos. Whew. We'll be streaming that game next week. Got to come up with a cocktail for it. Should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Should be a good game. hey, if the Patriots, manage to put up 21 offensive points against this Texans defense, I think they can put up a pretty solid job against the Broncos defense. It's not going to be easy, but I think they've got it. Thank you, Supervillain. I hope you enjoyed. Fun time just hanging out here, watching the game, chatting. Oh, what a game, man. What madness. Oh, wait, let's check the final. Before we go, let's see. All right. 8 total turnovers, 7 accepted penalties. We have closed out the game with more turnovers than accepted penalties. That's all I need to say right there. That sums it up. I hope you have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your night.